What's up, what's up, guys?
To come in a triple kill for Silence. The T3 in the mid is the entry point, and
Holy crap.
KSG are looking so good.
They just aced RNG and it hasn't been 10 minutes yet.
First match
KSG
in,
looking
guys.
for the victory. Everything went so optimistic today, and game one goes to KSG.
A very steady performance. This is what we expected. So what if there is jet lag? So what if there is two different patches? We have the upper hand.
I feel like it's pretty solid, you know. Not only the draft that we mentioned is very well rounded, but also the play that they did in game. I feel like it's just being flawless.
Yes, and it's quite difficult. But Isaac, what do you feel about that game number one?
Believe
This
that
match is crazy, bro.
RNTX came in with a clear idea of what they wanted to do. They wanted just to start the first 1 minute just making a statement, right? Like just showing that they were not gonna just stand there and just protect their base. They wanted to go and get something. The Jin comes in, tries to invade onto the red buff, does not work out, and then everything just fell apart in the
Actually,
40 seconds of the game.
yes, I do like the design that it did in the early game where I tried to steal away the red buff.
Yeah.
Because if you want to compete KSG, you can't just go for those operations. It's impossible, right? So you need to make something like out of your expectation, and that's something they're trying to
It's
do.
a very big gamble, right?
Mhm.
It's like you are actually you either you're gonna win big or it's gonna end up just exploding in your face, and for them just ended up just exploding in their
Yes,
face.
it is like you said, 40 seconds, right? That's a not a lot of time,
Yeah.
and you are forced to play this way
Crowley
because quite frankly, like
303.
you said before, Nora, they are a very aggressive team. These
Very,
are
very
young and
aggressive.
up and coming talents as well. Jihao down here, 306 with 9,000
I
gold
don't know
in his
why,
squad.
but
He was far ahead
they're
on anyone else
taking
outside of Revenant X's
Chinese
squad,
players
and
or
this is one of the
Indonesian players in their
cleanest gold
team. I
traps
don't
you will
know.
ever see. At the point of the 9-minute mark, they were up by 12,000. This is more than 1,000 GPM.
It's pretty just
Yeah,
go
more than
in kind of
1000
like a
GPM is a
one-way
quite high,
game
man.
because like 14 against 0 and also quite a game it just accelerating their pace. They're already being, I guess, like 2,000 goal lead
What's up,
before, right?
guys?
And that was 6 minutes,
Yes.
around 6 minutes.
मेरा बाल
And this
अलग ही
is
चल
where
रहा है.
it gets even more terrifying, right? Because
Hmm.
if you take a look at what
Oh,
the
25
sequence of the
watches.
draft is
Oh,
from the side
okay.
of KSG, this is not even the full power of the draft yet.
इतना
The
अर्ली पे ही
composition
आ
side
गया.
was not 100% online. This was not a 6-slotted Liu Lang,
इतना
6-slotted
अर्ली पे.
Silence,
और तू था ना,
six-slotted
थक
Yu as
थक
well.
थक.
And they were already
इतना अर्ली
struggling
पे.
to
If you
keep
new,
up.
then please
So
subscribe
the
this
big
channel,
question
guys. And
here, if you're on the side of
we
RNTX, is
are
now we tried the
live right
assassin journey.
now.
We
We're
tried the
watching
aggressive maneuvers
KWC
in
LEWC
invading level
2026.
1. Do we,
So,
number
by
one,
the way, this
pick
is the
a
first match.
different role for the
Obviously, we
jungle
have
now?
some
We've seen them
expectation
play
for
more of a tank
RNTX.
jungle, and we
And to
tried
be
to defend
honest, they're
against the
gonna
aggressive
shine
of
in
Quaisho
next
Gaming. So
game.
try it again.
I feel
Hope
like try
they
again might be better because if
they're
you,
gonna do
well,
better.
trying to make some tankiness brought into your composition, which means you
Exactly.
want
Is
to play
this
in a
too much
passive way.
tankiness? I think.
I don't think
I don't
playing
know.
passive is going to be a good solution when you play against KSG.
Okay, so they need to be cleaner, right, on the side of RNTX. I mean, to be honest, Jingtian did get like a
Yeah.
decent start, but it was just for a
Yeah.
moment. Right? He stole the buff. That was good, but the punish, you know, this is KSG. This is how fast they are. At the same time, you know, following that, Crowley not being able to follow up, and you know, one by one, they stepped into the jaws of KSG. This gave them the best possible scenario on the side of Quaisho Gaming.
And I mean, like, if you want to do the invasion, you need to do it thoroughly, right? Because actually, before the 4 minutes mark, we didn't see like KSG is looking for something. This is like far beyond after they got those gap about their goal difference. I mean, like before
Uh,
4 minutes mark, KSG is just trying to farm up in peaceful in a peaceful way. But the thing is that they are just doing those pushing backs when the other team is doing the invasion.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difficult position to be in, right? Because
yeah, this
right
is a
off the bat,
difficult
Liu Lang
position.
level 1 already as a higher has insane wave clear. So the immediate reaction towards the attempted steal on the Crimson buff You would have to expect that Liu Lang will be able to accompany Ji Hao on the gorge and get the punish in as well.
And I mean, speak of that, if they still want Liu to be the shot caller, then might well be the hero for game two.
Well, let's wait and see what's going to happen in that game two. Game one came in, KSG took it in less than 10 minutes, sending us straight into game two. What about if we go for a break, and when we come back, we're going to bring you the action of game two of this match number one.
Mm. So this is the match number one. KWC at KWC. This is a crazy, bruh. One day I will go
Is in
in
our DNA.
KWC for sure.
Whenever we let it out, it
For
becomes
sure,
a
man.
superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it.
My
It could
hairs
be a
are not
city
cut well, bro.
powered by play.
This is good actually. And if you new, then please like this stream and subscribe this channel, guys. We are making HOK content and teach people how to.
He thinks he can come in here and play my game. He knows nothing but go! Tyler Wine, you're done.
It's crazy.
For RNTX, this is going to be their first
Oh,
international
hello.
tournament.
What's up?
So having a little bit of nerves and not being able to settle in
How are
immediately is
you?
extremely normal. So it's totally
That's
normal.
भाई.
Right now,
कैसे
just
हो?
keep thinking about like what they have in front. They have KSG, the KPL Spring Champions. Let's be realistic and not think about like, wow, let's go and try to
Wow,
beat them.
nice.
What do you guys
I never
consider
expect
should be
that
the
you
role for RNTX
you're
in this
gonna come
match?
in my live stream. How are you,
I
by the way?
think
Right now you're in
let's
India
try
or
and get the pacing under control
India के
first.
बाहर हो
I
आप?
think the idea of invading is great. That's what you need to do to match against an aggressive team.
Yeah.
But I think they need to have a composition. We were talking about this just before we came on. They need to have a draft that if you want to invade level 1, it needs to be able to be
This is a
fought,
BO3
right? The
match.
Garuda
I
and the
wish
Florentino, if you're behind, there's no
INTX
way you
wanna
come
play
back into the
better
game.
in next
And
round.
speaking of that, I think draft also matters a lot because
Mm.
we mentioned about actually KSG is trying to prioritize the jungler, right?
Yes.
Let Zhuhao to have that in, so Zhongfei should be banned away on the side of RNTX, right? You couldn't just let a well-played team to use such a well-played combo. So that's the thing. And also speak of the draft, maybe it can be better for them just targeting at one row, I guess.
Yeah, you know what?
One row to shred down those initiations.
Let's first and foremost, let's not pick the Florentino game one. Right?
Yeah.
It's a difficult one. I mean, Florentino's a really strong hero, but we already saw one of the ways to beat the Florentino pick, right? When there's a numbers advantage, especially when you're behind on farm and EXP, it's not going to be a simple game at all. So RNTX, like you said, this time, I believe they should be going for first pick again, right?
Oh, yeah, they hired
Most of the
that
game you get to
that
be in a
coach.
position to pick your sides.
I mean, like, the better to pick some heroes with initiation. For example, this time, Zhang Fei is still available for them, but they will stay the same as this my ban and also that pay because you want just let KSG to be really aggressive in like before 4 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. The first 4 minutes are really important as we have already, or rather, KSG has already showcased to you what a lead within the first 60 seconds can do for you. And we are going with the stock standard bans once again. No pay, no my coming from the
Yeah.
side of RNT. But this time, the Guan Yu and the Chicha coming in
Oh,
as the
my
bans for
face. It's
KSG.
not.
So they're
It
looking
looks
for a
like
stronghold. They want to go in face first. No flanks allowed.
And that kind of gives me a feeling about maybe they will go for like a Yangjin Dolia pick or like some marksman like Channel, I guess, because of this Chicha and also Guan Yu ban.
Yep, and we
But
start to see Senpai. I mean, they pick up the Arlie, and Arlie is one of the strong heroes, right? But once again, very mechanical.
very mechanical it is, and also the idea is an open choice on the
Mm.
side of RNTX, right? It's gonna be quite decent, and also maybe with this Zhang Fei pick, they should just prioritize Senpai at the bottom because you can see like how aggressively he was during the laning, right? Try to keep pressuring on you.
I like that you bring that up because we never really got to see the farm lane, right? It was always action in the mid and the top, but simply because they understood that hey, we have an advantage in the clash lane, let's push that advantage over there.
Yeah.
Now RNT they're gonna pick up the Dharma along with the Princess Frost, so maybe you know what they could even play the Liang as a roam and go for the traditional Frost Liang. Do you like that combo?
Well, I mean, I do like the combo, especially I'm looking forward to seeing KSG or AGAL to play that combo. But as for RNTX, I feel like they might be better to go for a composition with more tolerance because Zhang and Liang, you really need to use your ulti precisely, and it is very hard to execute
yeah.
it in game.
Yes, high risk, high
Just quickly
reward.
match
Yeah.
And
started.
this
I
this
don't know
risk is
why.
even higher now because they have Fatih in the hands of KSG. Fatih, if you didn't know, when he activates his ultimate, he cleanses himself of all crowd control, which means he might even say, you know what, Candy, if you want to use your second skill, Frigid Prison, freeze me, and I'll use my ulti, I'll come out, I'll start slashing. And it's not going to be a fun place to be at. Now, on the
Exactly.
side of KSG, we talked about the Zhang Fei roam, right? It's not going to be allowed. The KSG don't even want to give them a chance.
Yeah, but as for Lapu Lapu, it's available for
Lapu
KSG.
Lapu
So
is
this
good
time,
actually.
well, our NT expanded away or let Zhongfen, let Lapu Lapu to be an open choice because KSG they are already capable of doing a lot of damage. But the thing is that their lack of controllability.
Yes, and also tankiness, right? I mean, yes, they have quite a bit of lifesteal when the side of you as well as the side of silence, once they get the equipment up, they do have quite a bit of lifesteal available when they land the auto attacks.
Yeah.
But right now, they just need a shield in front, someone who's able to soak in all the damage, or maybe even eat all of the CC coming in from the side of RNT.
Lapu Lapu it is, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe like Yang Jian for Zhuhao this time, I guess. And also for RNTX, because of the Dharma pick and also the Princess Frost, the control is definitely there. The CC is completed, so they might need some hero to do the split push in the middle game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Split push, actually, in this case, on the side of RNT, wave clear isn't their biggest strength, right? And we will go for the traditional pairing here. So the couple that is in play, Ogren as well as the Dire Deer.
This
They
is
are a
the
couple, but
most
there's a second couple here that is going to be the
demanding game
Dire
of
Deer
the
and the Arlie. This is
tournament
one
from
of
the
the
Indian
traditional
perspective.
picks you'll see in any professional league in HOK.
And I would consider that
Ireland is
Ogren
gonna
draw as
play better in
maybe the
this round,
most
I
like
feel
the
like. This is a
strongest
BO3
duo
matches, so
right
they
now so early in this patch
obviously
at the
have
bottom.
to win this
So I
game
feel
for
like
the
this time
continuing the
RTX is trying
matches.
to highlight their marksman Senpai, trying to, be more aggressive
Then
during
it's
the
gonna be
laning
tie
and
tie
trying to
1-1.
take the tier 1 tower at bottom first, then KSG.
But Chihao, he
KS
is
is
a
a very
hero,
good team
and
actually, one of
it's
the
one of the
best team
natural
KS is
counters against an
also.
Ogren. I'm
Right
not
now in
sure
the
this
tournament,
game is gonna
that
go
type of
any
team is very
easier for
rare
the side
to.
of RNTX. Like we've seen the power of KSG, Kwai So Gaming. Now, if you don't understand Chinese, Kwai means fast, and they were playing extremely fast.
And show me's hand means like fast-handed.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think we can expect a very fast rotation. One of the fastest jungle camp clearers is the Agudo. And this is going to, hopefully, I think the Ogren pick for the side of Jingtian, he needs to invade. Ball camp definitely a prior here. If he can get away with robbery in this level 1 invade, that would be great. Because if you don't do that, we're going to see a repeat of game number 1.
But I mean, like, if you want to do some invasion happening before Fominus Mark, I mean, like, around level 1, the only thing that Ogren can do is steal away the small monster, the piggies, around the camp on the side of KSG. That's the only thing that you need to do or you can do. But after that, the mid lane clarity might be the main focus in game two because not only Ogren but also this Agudo can be a great help to their mid lanes in this clarity.
Will ask any
Yes, they can
बैठ जा इधर
actually
पे.
hit multiple targets and also a very fast wave clear from the side of Jihao on the Agudo, right?
That's true.
For Xingtian on the second skill, the Death's Precipice, the one where he does a swipe, the targets that hit by that will be available for him to get multi hits. And Xingtian,
Again.
he tries again. Oh no!
Again.
Okay, we'll see how this works out,
Just
right?
take it personal, like
Yeah, like okay, you
game
know
one
what?
invasion, game two invasion. I like it actually.
I like
Uh,
this because actually you can
Again, the
stop the passive of
investigation is
Jihao. He actually
Exactly.
is
very good,
successful.
bro.
Now the rest of the cavalry comes up straight away. It's a
Okay.
3-2. The life bars are falling low on the side of
Holy
KSG,
crap.
but they don't have enough
Don't.
damage. And Liu Lang
Bro, they
gets
don't
one
ban this
blood.
hero.
Yes, it is onto Crowley, but here we go. Jing Tian, your Ogren, the
Ah,
jungler, the
Saddam.
core. He is down right from the get-go, right before the 60-second mark.
I mean, like sim strategy, sim tactics that RNTX trying to make, but the story just
Nice,
be
nice,
remade
nice. What
again
the
on the
fuck, भाई
side
मैं
of
वही सोच रहा हूँ.
KSG.
This is
Like
a very
this
bad
was the
thing.
deja vu of
Yeah.
game one.
Almost. So I
Let's
mean,
say it's
they did
almost,
send
but
Senpai down to mid lane, try to
Chinese team
tank
was
mid
different, bro.
first
They
wave and
built
rotate
different.
to the top or the bottom to get more EXP. But it's not working now because they have to waste time clearing that first initial wave. And this is all of the timers on the side of RNT put and push back.
Just watch the replay, right? Actually, they did quite nice at first hand, but as you can see, Ollie just hold back. So the rest of the team member is not that capable of dealing with the early power on the side of KSG. So that's a problem. If you want to take one execution, you need to make sure that you can do it in a quite thorough way.
Yeah, and in quick fashion as well, right?
Yeah.
This is the risk of taking a big fight before you hit level 4, because as an Organ, you only get one chance of your first and second skills. If you don't get a kill
क्या लगता है
or
बफ
exchange
लूज
all
होने
of
पे
that, you
भागो
are
किसी
in
फाइट
a
की वही तो
dangerous spot.
I don't know
Level
why they are
4,
taking a
yes, you
long
have
big
your
fight.
ultimate
That
as an
was a
Organ to
death
get
fight,
back
bro,
the
not about the
some
big
buff
fight.
that is lost. You also get the insta kill with the Seer State. But
तो
once
आएगा
again, they
डिस्कॉर्ड
cannot win
में.
this. Xingtian says,
तो या
let's
व्हाट्सएप
give them
कॉल में
another
करूँ
kill.
क्या?
They will go. This time it's a
एक साथ बैठ
2v2
के
with the
एनालाइज करते
roll
हैं तो
and a
फिर.
tumble from Jihao. He makes it out safely. But once again, this is time wasted. I don't know if this is the correct answer. 4 members on the side of KSG
डीसी
have answered
डीसी
the
तो
call of Jihao in the
डीसी तो
jungle.
नहीं हो पाएगा.
Yes, the waste of time, that's exactly the point. Because when you're trying to do the invasion, but you didn't take
ये वाला
anything
नंबर से कॉल
from
लेना.
your
लास्ट में जो
enemy, that
5-8 है
will just
उसमें कॉल
lower the
करना
overall
पड़ेगा.
farming pace against your opponents. Just check the gold difference, right? 2,000 gold already in favor of KSG, and that's the thing.
And in the middle of that exchange, you also got a solo 1v1 kill against
No.
Candy. Now, Candy losing to the side of you, I think that's to be expected. But the problem here is you're giving farm to
Why?
the channel, which
Why
is
it's
not
be
supposed to
expected?
happen. He is
Why
going
they
to
are?
be so big at the 4-minute mark, probably even at the 10-minute enhanced variants.
The thing is, KSG is trying to highlight the top side of the map. They are just letting you to have his own good time, but out of expectation, did that solo kill for himself. So definitely everything just went so optimistic to KSG in this game.
Yeah, and pre 4 minutes, yes, you do have a little bit of a backdoor defense, the yellow bar on the towers. That's the extra health of recovery. But once it hits 4 minutes, that is going to be
Ah,
gone.
I
So
don't know.
right off the bat, even before we touch the tyrant, KSG has an advantage in damage on turrets already.
And speak of the gold difference, speak of the gold lead, just check silence. This man's just keeps silence, but with
This
600 gold
is
lead.
Yes, that's quite a lot, which means he probably will get a big advantage coming in. But here we go, the launch coming in. Once again, two-man
oh game
knockup. The
again.
jungler is gone. Xingtian, today is not your day. And KSG right at the
Hello.
4-minute mark, they kickstart the
Yeah
tyrant.
yeah.
There is
Stream
no
चल रहा है.
seal
तेरा आवाज
here.
भी जाएगा.
Deadshot can do something spectacular. Knocking him down as well. And
हाँ हाँ.
as
इशू नहीं
we
है.
said,
कोई प्रॉब्लम
T1
नहीं
at
है.
the bottom, looking so shaky.
Just
ये
secure the
क्या कर रहा
timing
है?
at the bottom. You know, like
ये
one
लोग.
thing that I do want to highlight is that Lorian is quite like a new hero to be honest.
Yeah
Like
yeah.
just check like how
They
smoothly
are
he
doing
can
well,
pull those
but
combos. It's
ये
like
कैसा था भाई
pure
डीप फाइट इतना
mechanics,
गंदा वाला.
like pure talent with great effort.
I mean, this is one of the reasons why
भाई
they are champions,
लिटरली
right?
मैं
They
बोल
move
रहा हूँ
so
कि
fast,
बहुत
So
even
मुश्किल
against
होने वाला है लेकिन
someone
इन्होंने बहुत
or
ज्यादा
a
लीड दे
hero
दिया
that's
क्या
newer
अरे
करें.
to
this
them.
is a
The mechanics
the
are
thing is this
already
is a
there, the
BO3
foundations are
matches,
already there,
and
and the
still they have to
foundations
win
of the
this.
matches
Otherwise, so no
start with
chance.
RNT's T1s on the Clash lane taking a fall. So KSG has a little bit more space to operate around the
क्या
map at
करेंगे?
this point. Top side is going to
लूजर
be very
ब्रैकेट भी
tough.
चले जाएंगे मतलब लोअर ब्रैकेट.
Might be.
Lapula will find a nice spot, trying to get in at the back.
Yeah, this is so good
इंडियन टीम का
because
ड्राफ्ट अच्छा है.
he's just standing there,
मैं
but
बोल
then
नहीं
there's a
सकता
lot
स्क्रीन
of
पे बट
value
समझ
from the
गए मैं
side of
क्या बोलूं.
KSG. He gets
Yes, the
vision.
value is that gain the vision control
अबे
and
why
open the door
they
for
इनके पास
them
आईडी
to
ज्यादा है.
maybe make the top
आईडी
score
भी
हाँ
सबसे
impossible, and
आईडी
at the
दिया
same
है.
time just let
बट
the
इसमें
people
ऊपर
to
से इन लोगों ने
establish
उसको भी
advantage.
छोड़ दिया
You can
ओपोनेंट का जो
just
मिड लेन है ना मैं
enter
उस चीज को
one
खेलता उसका नाम
shot
क्या है.
and you can hit two birds.
Yep, they will
लॉरेन
get the
लॉरेन
double
है ना.
knock. A
हाँ
really
लॉरेन
nice
आई
shot.
प्लेड दैट
No
हीरो बट
return
हिज दैट हीरो
fire.
इज वेरी
मोरियाना है
KSG
वो
ओपी.
gets taken
बेसिकली.
down as well.
हाँ
KSG are looking so strong. They're too far away.
बेसिकली
They're
मोरियाना है वो.
powerful. So
हाँ
it
वही
just
तो वही
took
है ना यस.
3 hits from the
एंड
side of
पीपल आर
KSG to get
आई
it
मीन
down.
लिटरली
All
ये
the
चीज को
T1s
लेने के
are
लिए
gone.
ले रहे हैं तो बैन
T2
कर
is
रहे हैं.
next
व्हाई
on
दे
the
डोंट
menu. They
बैन दिस
still
आई
have a
डोंट.
minion wave in the middle lane. This
पता
means
नहीं भाई
T1
अब
can
मैं
go
ना
work
उसकी बैन करना
and then
चाहिए
a
थी बट
Gudo
बहुत ज्यादा
hits
इम्पैक्ट
and
करता है. कल
eats
स्ट्रीम में बहुत
Talon
बढ़िया खेला था ना.
breakfast.
PSG is just
चलो तो मैं देख लो.
snowballing the game,
हाँ
and
देखो
look
देखो.
at the pushing
स्ट्रीम
efficiency.
ने
This
जो
is Our
अल्टीमेट
HOK
डाला था भाई
channel.
सेक्सी
Actually,
था
this
भाई उतना तो
composition
सेक्सी था वो.
allowing them even close
मैं
to
भी
बहुत
खेल
victory
रहा
ज्यादा.
before
हूँ.
10 minutes.
हाँ
Yeah,
ऊपर से
I don't think we'll even hit the 10
हीरो का
minutes
क्या है
if
कि
this situation
स्टन भी है
continues on.
डैमेज
You
खतरनाक है
know for
भाई
a
मिड
fact,
गेम पे इसमें.
PSG, they know what an advantage is like and they know how far to push it as well.
इसमें क्या डिफरेंस दिख रहा है पता है मेरे को लग रहा है कि जंगल जो है ना
Let's see
आप
how
लोग
this
को
is like.
एजेंसी
For
में
the side
हाँ
team
ही इज
TMT,
वेरी
they try
एग्रेसिव
again.
बट
Radiance
उसके
will be dropped down.
अकॉर्डिंग टीम फॉलो
Offering
फॉलो
the
अप नहीं
wall.
कर
This
पा
is
रहा.
all over
हाँ
for the side of RNT. A beautiful piece of work from the side of Quasho Gaming. This shot's gonna try.
उसका
ओ,
गेम स्टाइल
Almost
वेरी टू
got his
एग्रेसिव.
candy. And
हाँ
this truly is
लाइक जो होना
getting
चाहिए
candy
असल
from
में
a
इस
child. He's
स्टेज
gonna
पे.
be taken out of the
ओ,
picture
क्या
for the
मतलब
time
कि
being.
7 मिनट में गेम
T3
एंड होने वाला
opened
है.
up
हाँ
and the wave is approaching
7 मिनट में
KSG.
गेम एंड
They
है.
are done with this series.
हाँ
They want to do more research
जी
on
जी
the other
हो गया.
teams. And with
डन.
the Crystal being taken
6
down,
मिनट का
Candy,
गेम.
the last one, they end
जी
it
जी
with an
गाइस.
ace.
A clean
ओ भाई.
2-0 win goes over to KSG.
I
Just check
cannot
the
think to
composure that they
anyone right
have,
now.
right? Just check the
क्या?
coordination that it has. That's what we're
भाई
talking about.
क्या
Everyone is
मैं
amazed about the
जरा
talent that
कैंडी को बाद
KPL
में
team
कॉल
has,
करके बात
but when
करूँ.
you're really
क्या
like actually
अरे
looking at it, you'll be
टूड़ी पर में डेविड को
overwhelmed with
मिला
the
पता क्या.
mechanics and also certification.
Yeah, so this is like the legends, right? You hear stories, okay,
टूड़ी
the
पर
पता
team
में.
है
was
I'm
really,
thinking
really
I'm
strong.
thinking to
But
come
now
back
you
into this
actually get
gaming
to
space,
see it.
gaming
This is
scene.
what you need to do.
But we don't
Now they
device
have an
चाहिए. Just I'm
advantage.
waiting
You
for the
need to
device
find
to
the
come.
different angles
ये सब
of
देखने
where
के
you
बाद मन
can
करता है ना कि
convert
कम
a
बैक
lot of
करूं.
pain on your opponents. Now
हाँ
for
मैं अभी हम लोग
RTX,
को
I
ग्रुप
don't
चैट
think they
चालू था
should be
मेरी
too
स्ट्रीम में ना.
discouraged.
बट
This is their
फिफ्टी
first
के साथ
international
स्टार्ट कर
against
सकते.
a KPL
हम लोग बात कर रहे
quality
थे इसके बारे
team.
में कैसे
These
बना.
are the strong ones.
अब मेरे
So
को तो लग
Quasho
रहा है
Gaming
मेरे को
marking
तो
winners of
मिजरी
this first
मिजरी
series.
बोल रहा हूँ.
What a performance from
तेरा वो
Solid.
मैनेजर
And
अरे
I mean, like,
नाम
they
भूल रहा
can
हूँ.
actually learn a lot from
मिस्ट्री
those
साहब.
मिस्ट्री
matchups when
मिस्ट्री
they're
हाँ
played
मिस्ट्री
against
बोल रहे हैं
KSG,
कि
right? Because
एलेक्स.
KSG, actually, they're
तो
pulling
हम
all
लोग
the
को
स्ट्रीम में
उतर
lane
कुछ मत
देंगे.
lane.
बोलना.
They're not
हाँ
farming anything. Just
स्ट्रीम में कुछ मत बोल.
whatever
स्ट्रीमिंग
that
कर
they
रहा है
play
ना.
well with, the
हाँ
cards they're
बोल
just
रहा
taking
हूँ.
it out and also
हाँ.
check out the pace. They're pulling all the things that they have to their opponent,
But
showing their
they try
experience.
their
That
best
is very
guys.
commendable, right? Because
I mean they
for KSG,
trying
they
their
could have
best.
actually just come in and they just take this with
ठीक है
a
ये
little
व्यू
bit
3 है
लोग
ना.
अभी
more
तेरा
calm,
स्ट्रीम
right? But
लाइव.
just out of respect to your
लाइव मेरा 2
opponents, they
घंटा
come in
मिनिमम रखना
with
लगेगा.
100%. And
नहीं
for
नहीं बट अभी
RTS, I'm
लाइव
telling
कौन
you, I
कितने
do
लोग देख रहे
believe
हैं.
that they're going to go home
कितने लोग देख रहे
actually
हैं?
feeling like they learned something. It's not
अभी ज्यादा
every
नहीं है.
day
अभी
that you get
शायद
the
से
chance to
5
play
6
against the KPL
10 इतना ही होगा.
champions.
अच्छा अच्छा
So they're
अच्छा
actually
ठीक.
very lucky that they had this opportunity.
अरे
They need to go
सुनना
back, look
मैं
at the
बोल रहा
video,
था
and
कि
then
इससे
understand
अच्छा मैं
exactly
लेटेंट ना लेते
what
तो
they
अगर
can do in
लेटेंट
order
बनाया
to
एपिसोड आया.
improve.
Well, I feel like they can just continually
मैं तो
being
चाचा
aggressive
बोल रहा
in
था
the
भाई
in
ये
the
लोग
early
बस
game, but
Yes.
maybe we'll polish it a little
Uh,
bit more. For example, if you want to steal with a wrap up, you need to make sure that everyone's there
अरे भाई
thoroughly coming up with all those damage you got.
You need to have a way in the same as you need to have a way out, right? Like, so if
Sure.
you understand how to come in,
bruh.
yeah, that's totally fine. But you need to have a plan on how you can actually go back home with gold.
Yes,
Hmm,
very, very
hmm,
important, right?
hmm.
The exit plan, exit strategy is definitely one thing that I think RNT is going to take away from this series. And I love that you pointed this out. Respect is shown from the side of Quaisro Gaming. Now RNT gets the best chance to
क्या
win because the gaps were pretty clear.
क्या बोल
They
रहा
did make the right move or trying to be aggressive, but it's still not clean enough, like you guys said,
Yeah.
right? And punishment will have to be dished out. This is a literal classroom. You have to
हाँ
take notes and you have to take the reviews. And if you take a look at the damage coming in, Liu Lang this game, once again with
वही
the
तो
Laurel, I
Yeah,
love that he highlights this hero from AOP.
I do like how Liu Long played in this game, because the first game, Haya
हाँ
showing his game knowledge about this game, and for game two with this first blood, like Lorian is pretty like a new hero
Mm.
to KPL. Not
किरण
only
तो
a
सोल
new
के साथ है
hero,
ना
but just check his smooth mechanics. It's
सोल
really
के साथ है तो
flawless. A lot of efforts that we can see back his mechanics, and also like you can see the talent
सब कुछ
from
हुआ
this
उन लोगों के साथ
player.
Yes, and of course, across the caster desk, we all play different roles in the game. And I want to point out LFF, some of the things that he's been doing in this game, you definitely need to learn from it.
क्या मैंने
Just
पूर्ण
standing in the brush is also one important factor. Giving
पूर्ण
them the
पूर्ण लगा
information that, hey, actually, RNTX are around this area, and with a Lapu Lapu pick in a tight corner, there's no way you run away from the raging seas. Yes, you can see it, but can you
हाँ
run?
ठीक है
I don't think so.
I think that Kane made a very interesting and very smart comment saying that KWC is a classroom. It is out there for everyone who
हाँ
wants to learn to become better at what they do. So every single person that comes in all the way here to Paris, France, as long as you are willing to take in information and try to become better, we'll see you next year in KWC 2027, man. It is just a road. And it might not be right now for RNTX for them to show that they are the best of the best.
हाँ वो तो
But
है
if they take the notes in, I know that one day they're going to be able to really bring it
हाँ
in to KSG one more time. Well, let's go on stage and let's talk to Mara to see exactly what the players have to say about this match.
Here we are with Liu Lang. Congratulations on this first matchup. You came in here as a champion of KPL
तो
this
इंटरव्यू
game,
देख
and you showed exactly why. You finished the game very
हम लोग
fast.
के इधर
It
पे
was very
लोगों को
easy for
इंग्लिश
your
पढ़ाया
opponent
सिखाना
to get
सिखाया
the
जाता है
second blood.
एक्सेप्ट
You have
स्किल्स
a
and
chance against
people are
USC.
getting the
What
trophy
do you expect
after they are
from
getting a
matches
translator also
here in KWC to be this one-sided?
流浪，你们作为 KPL 春季赛的冠军进入到这个比赛，感觉确实也证明了你们的实力。
वही तो
每一场都是，像刚刚那场就是完全是2-0冲了对手。你认为就是这种实力差距，你们是否后面的几场可能都会是如此碾压性的去获得胜利呢？
如果自己打的没啥问题的话，应该都是这样的，是对的。
As long as we can perform at this level, I think there's no issues with crushing everyone 2-0 just like this.
What you showed today would definitely scare everybody in your group. Now, the meta in the global is
हाँ
different from KPL, especially with the new AOV heroes. Earlier, we saw your team use the Lorian. What was the preparation like, especially because you're in the middle of
वही
your
तो
summer season right now in KPL? Was it a bit challenging for you?
在国际舞台上面，他们的主流打法可能跟国内的 KPL 也都非常的不一样因为这里也有那些像什么LV 的英雄，比方说你们刚才拿出那首那个 Lori，那你们
हाँ
从
KPL चल रहा है तो
KPL 的夏季赛来到这个国际舞台上面，做出了哪些方面的调整呢？
可能大家都是职业选手吧，都多花点时间练一下这边的
KPL
国内的嘛，就多花点时间练习。
नहीं नहीं KPL इधर पे तो नहीं पेरिस पे नहीं चल रहा
So it came down to just practice. Like when there's a new hero, we gotta practice
ये पेरिस ही है
time, learning the ins and outs of the hero, and be
हाँ
able to deliver a performance with it at the highest level on the stage.
And we're really excited to see what else you have to show. What about a message to the world, anyone that's watching right now?
那有没有什么话想跟现在所有在看的观众和粉丝呢？
希望大家都能看得精彩吧看得尽兴。
Team B I don't think so
I hope everyone can enjoy the show and watch us win.
Once again, congratulations.
once again congratulations
Lead the gorge.
क्या बोल रहा है
Thank you very much, Lula.
Mandolin.
Here, spreading the good word of top level honor of Kings. I love that he came here. He has the confidence that they're gonna make it all the way through as long as they perform as they should. Match 1 is done. Match 2 is waiting for us. Let's go to a break, and when we come back, we're gonna bring you all the action.
क्या बोल रहा है हाँ देखो नो नो नॉट टुमारो शायद से परसों है अब 8 तारीख को 8 तारीख। हाँ 80 80। हाँ हाँ माइट भी। थोड़ा सब दोनों जगह थोड़ा सादा रंगीन। रुक जा सैनिक एक सेकंड। एक सेकंड एक सेकंड। हाँ एक सेकंड रुक जा।
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out,
हाँ बोल
it
बोल।
becomes our superpower. Now
हाँ बोल अभी
imagine an
बोल।
entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City,
हाँ
powered by play.
हाँ वो तो अरे फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो एक चीज है। ठीक है कि टीम का रोटेशन का तो मैं मान लिया। ठीक है वो तो हो जाए। बट तू तू ये भी तो चीज देख कि तेरा टीम ओपोनेंट का जो लिया है उसका वो है कि नहीं, अर्ली डैमेज ज्यादा है कि नहीं, है ना। और किस और या,
Welcome back. This
हम्म,
is the KWC 2026 Group Stage
या
Day
एग्जैक्टली।
2. We just saw the performance from KSG taking a 2-0
या
victory and
ऐसा।
moving forward to today afternoon's performances. But then we need to see exactly who they're going to be playing against, and that is going to be our next match. To break it down to
हाँ
you, we have brought Kin and Blam for this match.
Hello. I'm showing some homage to VP, you
हाँ
know,
हाँ
there we saw Clue with his lovely little. I'm
या
assuming it's a Clue one impression, right?
It's looking good, right? Because at this point, this is going to be a very important match. Now,
मेरे
coming from one
क्या
side
करना
of
सही रहता है उस
KWC to
मोमेंट
the
पे।
other side, and this time we're looking at the HOK AOV matchup. Virtus Pro going up against Buriram United Esports. This one's going to be interesting because we have quite a bit of history with VP.
Oh, absolutely.
KML champions against playing survivors. This is going to be Virtus Pro against Buriram United Esports. The KML Spring 2026 first place against the RPL Summer 2026 first.
First of
Blam,
all,
who's coming on top out of this one?
obviously I have to check once that opponent
Question, I
heroes
mean,
abilities are early game heroes or not,
Virtus Pro
based on
has
early
gone
game or not.
all the
After
way.
that, if my
Buriram
team are
United showed
comfortable
a
with
very
the
promising
invading,
playing
then it's
stage, but
okay. Then
Virtus Pro
obviously,
is that
but if
next
they are
notch
agree
in
with me that
HOK.
obviously
All
they
right,
have
so
to
Virtus
invade,
Pro makes
so
it
they
over
have to
here
invade for
after
sure.
winning
Otherwise, if I am
their
just
title
go in
match.
and
When you look at
I
all the
don't get
way that
any
they
kind
made
of
it right over here,
backing support.
their
That
destiny
was a
against
mess,
Team Red
obviously.
Force had
And
been
in
just
this moment,
intertwined in such
obviously,
an interesting
when they
way
don't
that it had to be the multiple
when they
guys in order
don't
to make it right over
secure
here.
the buff, right,
What happened
they
is
should step back. I don't
With
think
that
so.
one, I
They
mean,
should
obviously, Nongshim Red Force going against
I
KNL's
mean,
champion
start
there, Virtus
a
Pro.
deep
Obviously,
fight
it was
or
a bit of a tight
like
series,
this.
Yeah.
but
ये वाला
obviously
point तो
after the
अच्छा नहीं था
reform
मेरे को
of
तो वही लगा.
Nongshim Red Force,
ठीक है.
they still
But
wasn't able
obviously,
to take
they are
down
playing in a
this
LAN event, so
VP,
there
this
are a
new
lot
kind of
of
like
pressure
all-star
in their
roster
head.
in Europe.
They
Sometimes
went
कुछ
all
चीजें
the
तो
way
नहीं
up
होता
to
according to the
4-3 in that grand
situation.
final
वो
of
अलग बात
KNL
है.
Spring
But इन लोगों से
2026, man.
expect तो ऐसा तो
So
नहीं
we
किया था.
can see a lot of the
ये
people
तो
that you
बात है.
can see on the screens. These are not new faces for anyone. These are players that have been with us through these years. They have been carrying the flag of different
Yeah,
teams. They are experienced. Lam, what are the best
yeah.
moments that you remember from Highland, from 90, from Clue in the road to KWC
Yeah.
2026?
I mean, for KWC 2026,
Yeah.
obviously we saw that
Yeah.
Highlang has kind of been ever been shifting since 2024's EWC, right?
Hmm.
Obviously, this is a guy that kind of left the
Mm-hmm.
competition very early, very emotional, but now last year he got top four, and that's what they're going to be going towards now.
Top four is always in the past because we know that they did really well in the past, but what they have today
नहीं
is
वो
they
आइडिया
have
तो
a
नहीं होगा.
new
मैचेस कंप्लीट
challenge.
होने के बाद
Our
लास्ट मैच इन
United
लोग को होगा.
Esports,
तो
since
8 तारीख को
playing
शायद
day
से जितना
one
दूर
on
तक
the
मेरे को
regular,
मालूम
they
है.
have been doing really well. We've already had a lot of performances
तो ये
from them.
तो ग्रुप
And
स्टेज में
we
गया है ना,
already
तो अभी
know
तो ये लोग
exactly what
लूजर
they
ब्रैकेट
can
में
bring
चले
to the
गए.
table, as we're always saying. Is that going to work in their
आई डोंट नो
favor because
क्या
they already
करेंगे.
know the stage? Or that's going to be a disadvantage since for Virtus Pro, they already know what they can do.
It's gonna work in my favor.
हाँ हाँ
Because how
actually.
about this mid lane matchup? I like that you highlighted Hailang from the side of Virtus Pro, right? Because
Hmm.
coming in, we get to see this comparison between him and Nuno. Nuno is this all-star player coming in from the side of Buriram
Yeah.
United Esports, and Hailang is also a decorated player from the side
Yeah,
of HOK.
exactly.
I think that that's going to be one of the best matchups in this game, right? Like just the mid lane fight. Nuno, we've been talking about Nuno so much in these days just because he has been setting the real standard
Baldus
for
is
the
a very
Lorient
good
right now.
jungler in their
He
team.
is the
This
gold
new
star, right?
match,
If
new match
you
is
think
quite
of Lorion, you think of Nuno right at this
interesting.
stage of KWC. And this is going to be a very interesting matchup because the wave clear ability from both sides is equivalent at this
हाँ,
point to both
new
sides'
match का.
performance, right? Hailang is also known as one of those very flashy mid
I
laners.
don't know,
You
but
might
to
say,
be
I mean,
honest,
we probably wouldn't see it today, but
ये
Shang
even
Wan and Mai, these are two of his
वो
favorite heroes in the
तुम्हारा
mid lane as
एशियन
well.
गेम्स
We
में
haven't
भी
seen Nunu move away
इंडिया को
from too
टफ
much
टीम
of the
मिला भाई.
Lorion pick because he has found so much success that, to be honest, I don't think Buriram United has been tested yet.
But well, if he's already been given this option so many times, and we already know that this is going to be one of his main picks, Lamb, would you use one of the
Yeah.
bans just to say like, okay, we're not allowing Nuno for that Lorient pick?
No, you know what? If I'm Virtus Pro, I'm going to be like, you know what? I want to take that challenge in game
Yeah.
number one because it's something you don't want to allow in maybe like game two or game three, right? Because that could be the potential turnaround and loss of the series for VP. So for me, I feel like you test it in game number
Yeah.
one. If you beat it, that's
If you're
even
new, then
better
please
for
subscribe
Virtus
this
I
Pro.
channel,
like the idea
guys.
of that, right?
Yeah.
Because this is something that you can expect. This is something we have seen before, and this is something you might have done homework before, right? So if you are able to use that information to your advantage, get the win right now, that kind of
Yeah.
will kind of shake the confidence of Buriram United Esports. And at the same time, it also opens up the questions: what more can
Mm-hmm.
we do?
Exactly. I think that's the obviously question we're going to be seeing here as well, right? But I mean, I want to go hard back onto that Lorien point as well. Like, I feel like with a team like Virtus Pro going up against Buriram United, you have to play, you have to be on the front foot, right? Like, you have to be leading that game for Lorien to have
Yeah.
the impact that he needs. You can't
Yeah,
play
exactly,
Lorien from
exactly.
behind. That's a very difficult hero to play when you are 2K, 3K gold.
Okay, so I'm going to put you in the camp of Virtus Pro. I'm going to be on the side of Buriram United. And it's looking good, right? So the rotations are going to be very
Yeah.
important. But we have to talk about the synergy of the teams as well. And the two players I want to add on in this scuffle are the roamers. Tao's going up against Clue. Clue is one of my favorite players. I mean, he is a lot of fun,
Yes.
and he is one of the most consistent players throughout the history of HOK. But going up against Taos has
Yeah.
been really consistent so far.
Very consistent, but I mean,
Yeah.
his home ground buff.
Okay, true.
You know, like he is from France. He is here to be like, no, I can't lose at home. Like any football team that loses at home is even a sore loss here. So I feel
Yeah.
like for Clue, he has something not only to prove to obviously his teammates scored 90 in Highland that got to top four, but he also needs to prove it at home that he is the top dog in that room.
But I like the struggle because both roamers they play really well about in the setup roam, right? The Changbeis, the Lapu Lapus, even the Nianpos. These are
Yeah.
the heroes that we're very well versed with. On the other side,
हाँ
man,
बात तो
when
है
we're talking about the
actually.
utility roams where the Diadias,
Yeah.
the Sakias coming in, it might be a slightly
Yeah, I
different
don't
story
know.
because we have not explored that concept with either of these teams
नहीं नहीं
quite
पसीने में
yet.
नहीं ग्लो कर रहा है
You know,
स्किन
that growth would then go into the goal lane for you,
क्रीम लगा
T-Gold
के रखा
and
है
Licky. What do you think?
I think T-Gold, I feel like
क्रीम
he's
लगा के
still
रखा
one
है
of like
क्रीम
the newer players onto the gorge here for the side of
या
Virtus
या
Pro, right? Obviously, it's somebody that was a little bit newer to the roster. Had a bit of a promising start, promising performance
अभी
in
3 है
KL. I feel like
फ्लैक्चुएट कर रहा है
maybe
20
KML
समटाइम
should
बट
see
अभी
that
आज
ever
थोड़ा
since
व्यूअरशिप
then.
कम है
There's got to be a clear shift in how his performance is now.
हाँ
All
हाँ
right, I'm gonna be
या
putting quite a bit of scrutiny here
आज थोड़ा
on
व्यूअरशिप
T-Gold
कम
because
आ
of
रहा है नहीं तो
his
यूजुअली
performance
40
here,
50
right? But I feel like
आ
Licky
जाते
is already in the groove of things. So to me, in that farm lane matchup, besides the BP, it's also about how confident you are. Are you really smooth with
हाँ
movements?
भाई
Because based on what I've seen of Licky's performance so far in KWC, I think
या
he has just one step ahead of T-Gold.
Yeah, but you got to look at the
या
performance of Virtus Pro, right? Like,
Yeah, okay.
you know Highlang doesn't have to rotate top side of the map. He's got
क्या
90
होता है भाई
locking down that clash lane as usual. Highlang is going to be going down, helping T-Gold into the farm lane, putting a little bit of a stunt of growth on Licky here. So I am not worried about the boys on Virtus Pro.
Okay, I like the confidence, and I hold the same confidence for the side of
हाँ
Buriram United Esports as well. I'm curious to see how this first exchange is going to be like, because normally in a best of three, the first game sets the tone, right? If you're gonna win, there's a lot less pressure coming in into the second game of the series. You could just potentially go for the killing blow there.
Yeah, I mean, you always obviously want to, right? Obviously, game one, what we saw yesterday, obviously, Chuck be able to get a victory from the MKL team,
Yeah.
right? That shows that game one is a big
हाँ
motivator in that series. So if that is the case,
हाँ
it's brilliant. But
हाँ
you can't underestimate your opponent like the Chuck team did yesterday in Blue Rage.
Okay, so we covered quite a few members
हाँ
of
ये
the
ऑफिशियल स्ट्रीम है ईडब्ल्यूसी
teams.
का
Let's talk a little bit about the junglers because that's another matchup that's going to be very important. Right? In the previous series we were watching, we saw that a good
नहीं
jungler
कर
really
सकता है
defines
आई
a
मीन ऐसा
game, right?
नहीं है
And the mistakes
अरे
of a
नहीं
jungler
ना
could
करने से
also
अच्छा है बट
define
समटाइम
how the
निकल
rest of
गए
the
तो
game
वो
goes from the get-go. But before we jump into that, I mean, we'll take a look at the BP. Jiabao is new. He is on your side, Virtus Pro. He's taking over
अरे इट्स
box.
ओके
And
इट्स
I
ओके
don't know how I feel about it because this guy, he is also decorated. This guy started
है
from, what do we call it?
Started from the bottom,
Started from
here.
the bottom. Yeah, this guy started from the bottom, right? He
He's the
went from
Drake, you know?
yeah, national championships,
Oh.
KGL, went to KPL. He's on loan from TTG.
Exactly, yeah. So he has the
हाँ
accolades, but the thing is, you have like the clear accomplishments. But the problem is, does he have that bond? Because obviously we used to see from like Rock and Clue, they were very sort of like solid as a unit anyway.
मोबा
So it's going to be
हाँ
seen if that identity has been formed here for Virtus Pro. Because I think for me, if I was kind of like on the opposite side of
हाँ
this argument, it'd
या
be
या
like, what is the identity for Virtus Pro? Because it's not going to be the same
सी
as KML.
For sure, the synergy is definitely
Yeah.
something that we need to talk about for
Yeah.
both of these teams. And you know what? I was so surprised.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
hear
yeah.
Buriram
Trigarinson
interview the
was
other day
playing
because
Dota, yeah.
they formed this team in what 5 days?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They have like 5 days of experience together, but it
See,
feels
that
like
guy is an
they've
engineer
known
guy,
for
okay?
3
Engineering
years and
guy.
they've practiced
So
together.
obviously he have to play
Only
MOBA
both
games
teams
end of the day.
really in sync with each other. So I'm curious to see if VP has this same formula in their bag.
And it's
MOBA
funny,
games,
going
yes.
back to that interview point that he's making when there was on about obviously Yusung being put into the clash lane as well. It's just like, oh, if he wants to play, he wants to play.
Hmm.
But they can't have that mistake. They can't underestimate 19 to clash lane, right? That's where I feel like if Buri United kind of go for that blase kind of attitude, it could mean the downfall of this series for them.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, if you're new to VP and new to 90, he puts you to sleep,
Yeah.
and not in the way that you would like. If you're on the
Yeah, yeah,
if
exactly.
you're on the opponent's
So
side,
it's a
all
top
the
level guy.
same
People are in get into the
against
MOBA
his
games
weight,
and
you're
they're
not gonna have
playing
a
and
good time in the
while
long run.
playing they're
And
scoring
he
a
is
good score.
famous in the
Lol.
KML for those
In their academies.
that have net Virtus Pro a number of big wins as well.
Yeah, massive
Yeah,
battles,
yeah, yeah.
1v1s. I mean, we go back to when obviously they were a part of Twisted Minds, right? Obviously, when we saw that massive Byron outplay
Yeah.
from this guy, it was just like he is him with a capital H. So once again, I feel like Birmingham United,
हाँ
that kind of clash lane matchup, they've have to done some serious
हाँ
homework against 90 to try and kind of like dismantle this player.
I mean, that's one, right? The second one I think that's really curious is how many of the AOV heroes do we get? Do we get the Florentino again?
yeah
And curious point, I think yes, Lorian is a great pick. Nuno is definitely very well versed with that hero as well. But I'm thinking that Virtus Pro might not take the risk and actually ban out the Lorian.
They might do. They might do. I mean, we'll have to see what obviously goes on in game one. I feel like if they don't ban it in game one and let it come through, I feel like that is going to be kind of what they need to do.
वही
Obviously,
तो
it's global ban pick, right? Those at home, if they pick this hero once, if you're new to the stream, they cannot pick it again. So it's not like Birmingham United can just go 3 series with this Lorian.
yeah
They have to choose which game is going to be the key moment, or which draft against Virtus Pro is going to be the key moment that they lock in the Lorian pick. Because if they do the wrong one, that's one of Nunu's trump cards gone. But it's not to say that he doesn't have other great picks. We saw
हाँ
great
भाई
performance on the Xiao Xiao as well.
क्या करूँ
Yes,
भाई
and
कान
also,
बहुत
the first few bans will define
yeah
the
yeah
kind of
yeah
direction
India का
we're
मैच हो
going. So
गया
far, the stock standard bans, we have seen the
yeah
hard
it's a
ban,
new
we've seen
game
the pay ban, we've seen the my ban.
Yep.
ये वाला गेम
These
के
are
बाद मैं
all
तो
heroes
एचओके
that one
खेलेगा
gets sometimes.
True.
So right now the consideration is some
Chad
teams,
is
they actually
Chad
play
is
jungle
stuck
first. The rest,
इंडिया का मैच हो गया
the
क्या
usual
हाँ भाई
ones, they take up the farm lane first. So Aoun is actually has been one of the IO picks for a lot of the teams coming in.
I mean, he's not even having the recent changes that's happened, obviously, in game recently as well, right? Like, but I feel like that's the good thing about obviously Aoun. He's able to just be an independent farm lane, right? He has infinite vastness. It means he's able to just kind of like, okay, if they do die for me, it's not the end of the world. But some of these teams know how to play against that hero in when they
yeah
can source that ultimate at the right time, right? Like if they
क्या
can even
मालूम
pop that off before the 4-minute mark, it makes kind of any kind of neutral objective team fight harder for you.
I love that you said that, right? Because for the Aoun, it really comes down to the 4th minute.
Yep.
so according to the
level 4 too. If you don't have the
क्या
infinite
बोलते हैं इसको
fastness, that is the best time to
like
kill. And
guys
that will definitely put you in
so
advantage, not
obviously
just
next
in lane,
game
but for the team fight as well.
होने
You
वाला
can
है
see the stock standard bands coming in
देर है
on
होने
the
में
side of Buriram, right? So no Mai and no Maya, but the pay is open. It looks like Buriram wants to get that first.
Oh, there we go. The Dolly game banned out here for VP. They're really, like you said, locking down those support picks. But if we look at the meta over the past few days, these really prio picks for Birmingham United.
I mean, I think
Banning
I'm
is
scared of the Yangtze Dolia combination.
Okay.
But the Lorian comes in.
Here we go.
So this is
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be the Nunu special. How special is the Lorian performance today? I'm curious because VP has been watching since day number 1, even in the play-ins. What kind of homework did you do?
I don't know, but I mean, that's a meaty farm lane duo down there at the bottom side of the map. We have Aoun, as we just recently speaking about there.
Mhm.
Does get one of, obviously, like we're saying, one of the most prestigious farm lanes there as well. So, like Clue, we know
yeah sure sure
be free to roam the map, help
No, no,
the
sure.
jungle, help jungle advance, or
हाँ थोड़ा सा वो
accelerate
होके
their
रखा
farm, and he knows that it's going to be T-Cold at the level 4, he's going to be fine.
And if there's any hero that is synonymous with Clue, it's the Changfei,
It's
right?
Changfei, yeah.
He is one of the best, most
क्या बोल रहा है?
consistent Changfei players out there. But here comes the pain. You know what? We're not going to split the series.
Normal पे नहीं होगा
We're going to have both of the AOV heroes coming in. And we're going to have the Florentino come in.
नॉर्मल पे नहीं होगा ये ऑलरेडी उसमें वर्टिकल पे स्टार्ट है तो if you start in vertical then you have to wait for at least 2 hours
Here is the real pain. Valdez with the pay.
I mean, that's a crazy 3 like starter picks, right? Like, hey, for the whole series, we were like, man, you gotta watch out for Lorian. Man, you gotta watch out for Pay. Florentino, I haven't seen the greatest performance on.
No,
but this team being from Arena of Valor, if there's anybody that's gonna be able to pilot this, it's gonna be Clash Laners from that game, you know? Whereas the Pay, that's also surprised me on teams like Marine United. This is not a hero that has any kind of equivalent, right? It's different, but they are able to be precise with it, and we know Baldus. Baldus he loves those early to mid-game junglers, like his Pay is Agudo. That's when he's had his best performance.
Okay, so let's talk about their opponents at this point, but because we brought this up earlier, right? The
Sound आ रहा है मेरा?
This is 90s bread and butter. So
I don't know.
he has it now on the Byron. Good shields.
No, no, it's okay.
Changfei. One of the immediate answers we see from teams is, okay, we're going to pick up the Lapu Lapu for the Raging Sea. But then no Lianpo as well. So the big three in terms of tanks for the roam is gone. You are forced now to consider the utility roams. Diadeus.
कल काम है.
Okay, we see my ban,
Oh no,
Haya ban,
Diadeus
and
ban as
Ding ban
well.
both
Definitely,
side.
No.
yeah.
What are you left with, man?
Left with, yeah, like you said,
क्या?
well, Sakia's ban, he can't be picked, you know? Like, so when we look down to the bot side of the map, is it going to be kind of forcing them to go for something like a Huron, right? You know, something with a little bit more sustain there, able to obviously use them to use that AoE to obviously check rushes, do everything like that before you walk into it, but also kind of like try and stop these big engages. So obviously if Zhongfei pops the Unbridled Outburst and you have your Unending Sorrow, you can kind of mitigate that CC at that moment in time.
Okay, so they have picked up the
Yeah, Marco Polo.
textbook of
Yeah,
Buriram
yeah.
here, right? So
Marco
taking
Polo, if you know how to play Marco Polo properly.
Hailang hasn't really shown too many times of the Xiao Xiao, but you can be sure it's a guarantee that he
Yeah.
will play well on this hero. How well though against Nunu on this Lorien? He is the gold star, gold standard of this mid lane hero. I'm just curious to see. They're leaving the jungler for the last counter pick against the side of Buriram.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting what these last two picks are going to be here, right? Obviously, we're looking for the jungle and we're looking for marksman. Obviously, we know that Ali has not been taken off of the gorge here for them, but they're going to go and lock in the Chano here as well. And
Chano is good.
It is going to be the Hue one, like I said earlier, just to give him a bit of sustainability. Because if you look at that draft, in terms of front line, it's only going to be Hue one that's going
Marco
to
Polo
be
meta पे नहीं है, but if you know how to play, then it's okay. मेरा according.
For a tank roam, so we'll have to see how they do. Obviously, Chano is going to be a bit of a late insurance here for the side of Buriram United, but the Xiao Xiao, I feel like, complements Aoin, right? Obviously, Aoin, mid-range hero. We know that you can get the poke potential here with Xiao Xiao. It's also a good counter, not lane counter, but for the Aoin. So I think that's a good pick here for Virtus Pro to be taking.
I mean, it's a risky draft if you're looking at it from the one of team's perspective because they're so squishy inside of Buriram. But they know how to play these heroes to the absolute limit. At the same time, I like this understanding of the game from the side of VP.
Yeah.
They have a lot of control, and with the nerfs pick as the final one, not only do you dilute the heal values, you're also able to reposition yourself in the middle of fights. It's gonna get a lot messier for Nunu here.
It is going to get very messy, but like you were saying about the nerds as well, right? Like you could be using that Skyfall to get rid of your Unending Sorrow before you go into a team fight, right? Because if you're able to force that out, there is no real mitigation of the damage control. There's no longer mitigation of it. It's a damage control point when you are trying to make sure that less of your players get CC'd, because once 3-4 men get CC'd by that Zhongfei, you know Knight is going to be in the wing by, you know that Xiao Xiao's going to go in, use the AoE just to do a lot of damage, and then obviously burst potential here from Lung is going to be exponential if he gets the lead here. So Tigo, I feel like if he gets of victory here for United.
So if you take a look at this draft, these are two completely flow states coming in. The draft on the side of Buriram is more like water. They want to flow. There's a lot of mobility involved, a lot of mechanical skills. On the other hand, if you take a look at VP,
Indonesian तो नहीं है. Indonesian team नहीं है.
The roster of Buriram. So once again, help us out.
Man का ही होगा,
In the overlord pit,
man.
voting system, vote for your favorite team. It is dominated, I believe, by Virtus Pro.
Yes, at least 4/5, right? If we're looking at mathematical equations there for you, but definitely a big vote here for the KML teams. Obviously showing some respect to the AOV gameplay. Can't wait to see Buriram United playing Brew Blood, but into the mid lane. Double knock up here from high rank. Is that the Brew Blood that they're looking for?
I think this aggression is definitely necessary at this point, and with the help of Taos as well, they should be able to get a decent wave clear. Now, bear in mind that Taos, as a Yuan, will be able to give you back potential first blood here.
Oh, potential. I mean, top side of the map as well. We are seeing a bit of a scuffle in there. A lane swap as well for both the marksman and the so iRON going head-to-head against Chano. Chano obviously outranges Lung level 1 because of his soaring shot as well.
I like this rotation coming in, right? Because for Yu Xiong, he can't do a 2v1. The specialty of a Florentino pick is the ability to take one-on-ones with great precision as well. But VP, the faster rotation wins, and they have made that first move in the Crimson buff.
Yeah.
Full AD it's kind of mess comparatively.
They got it.
Okay,
they did get it away there. So well played to Virtus Pro. Very good start here for this game #1 between themselves. But then the
The
Lions
thing
have
is,
done really
you
nicely in the
know
early
how
game, right? They
to
know
escape the
obviously the way
fight
you
when
kind
you
of
don't
counter the
need.
pay is you have to kind of
But the situation is not
prevent
with
yourself
you.
in, right? You have to slow him down.
Yes. And when a pay isn't in a position to be able to do all
Ah,
the tech
yeah.
damage in the
So,
first place, this game becomes a lot more
Mm.
straightforward for the side of Virtus Pro.
Yeah, I mean, we normally
they are
see kind of
totally
like the
different.
pays nowadays. They like to go for like the Frost Guard's Embrace, go for something that's going to give him a little bit more defense in that regards. Because if it has to go past the mid game, you kind of wanted
They
something
are
that's going to
totally
be able to kind of
different.
sustain a little bit more damage. And I
E
feel
for
like
him.
T1's going to be able to aid that
Yeah.
goal here for Burim United.
Right, I mean, the silver lining is Talv is close to level 4. He will have his unending sorrow soon. And on the
Okay,
flip
80
side,
people
it's
are
not the
watching.
same
What
for
the
Clue,
fuck?
right? He does manage to catch up a little bit more in the XP and farm. But T Gold, we're talking
धीरे धीरे
about
उठेगा.
just now. He is not having a fun time.
पहले
For
आ
no
रहा था
little reason
40
alone,
30
he is having a
35 आ
stroke.
रहा था
Yes, and
अचानक
in
से
fact, he's
डाउन हो
using
गया
even
था
the
इंडिया
backup,
जब
right? You
हार
see
गया.
Tao's already rotate. He's like, guys, okay, ultimate's off the gorge now. If we're going to strike onto T-Gold, this is your moment. But we do see a good equal rotation here from VP Clue as well
They're
as
playing
iRON.
well. Okay, I mean,
But yeah,
rotation देख इन लोग
that
का. ये
forcing
लोग
it the flash there
properly
from
caught up
Tao.
भी नहीं
That's
होने
going to
दे रहे
be a
किसी
bit
को.
of a
Speed बजा के खेल
expensive
रहे हैं.
use of that common skill.
Yep, this is way past 2 minutes, right? If you use
By
the
the way, if
flash
you new then
pre
please
2 minutes,
subscribe this
it's
channel,
okay. You
guys,
will have it in time for the
and
4-minute tyrant.
follow
But at this
HOK.
point, at close to 3 minutes in the game, having it burnt out, not ideal. Now, Taos wants to be able to either reposition with his unending sorrow to heal or to damage the likes of VP during this 4-minute
I want to
skirmish
be player
exchange at the tyrant pit.
right now with
Not looking
us in
good
our
for them
WhatsApp call,
at this
guys.
point, though.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean, look, to be
forget.
fair though, like he is level 7 before Valdus was even level 7, right? Like, so
भाई
he, in
मैं
that
तो फिर
sense,
क्या
he's been able
बुड्ढा
to
तो फिर क्या
upscale in
आदि
terms of
मानव.
XP level. I mean, that's a problem here for
हाँ.
Birmingham United, right? That really shows that the jungler for Virtus Pro, he knows the clear rotations, he knows how to
कौन हुआ
make those
मुस्लिम?
resources count.
Yeah. That's why junglers get angry when you take their camp,
कानू
right?
का
Because
कॉल
in
आया था.
one camp, it was literally just the Crimson Golem going into the hands of Jiabao, and
Yeah.
it made a world
मेरे
of
को तो
difference.
भूल
Now,
गया
a
है.
half a
Rich
level
people.
EXP lead, he's also going to be able to jump on the
The
back
plan
line.
मतलब regarding to
Will
the
allow
company
Nerds
or
to still
regarding
have a
the
fight
game?
against him.
Yeah, and we all know obviously Nerds is a scaling hero as well, right? So if he's able to scale a little bit faster there, it's going to mean that it's going to be a little bit
Oh,
more
अच्छा.
frightening for the side of Burim United. Top side of the map here, we're looking for a potential takedown. It is going
अच्छा.
to be Yu Song who's going to be the first blood here, but
भाई
it is going to be Burim
what the.
United looking to try to be a bit of a clean-up Clue. There it is.
Oh
We see
भाई
jungle
nice.
fall for Clash Lane, but Virtus Pro are not done yet.
Bro, अरे वो
Oh,
dodge it like
Valdez
0
onto the
HP
back
पे
line,
इसे
take
dodge.
down onto Nunu. 3-for-1 trade.
Oh
Virtus
nice one,
Pro, very
nice caught up
clean.
guys.
That's why we say it's a team game. Valdez here in the middle of
Nice
a
one, nice one.
2v1. They don't really have the resources to go and wrestle for the Tyrant, and they know it on the side of VP, so they will make life difficult for Valdez.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
does secure his Azure Golem at this point, but the damage has been done. This is a T1 at the top, 1,000 gold going to the side of VP, and Clue, I mean that
बोल सकते हैं.
last unbridled outburst to finish up, make sure they get the finishing blow as well. In this particular exchange,
मांगने नहीं
I mean,
है.
it was the right decision for Valdez to not go in.
Yeah.
But it was unfortunate. They had to spend a little bit more time to get him. They did get him in the end, but this is the value of the Nerds. He
Yeah.
buys time for you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what when we see that it's come through. Buying time is the whole point of the game. But this bench call, oh my goodness, that was personal, right? It's like, you know what? I'm not gonna get everybody, but I'm gonna get one person in particular, and it's Nunu that I'm gonna get the takedown onto as well. But you were saying it really good there, Kin. Obviously, it's starting to fall apart. The early game, T1 top side of the map has gone. The Tyrant now being procured by the side of Virtus Pro, and I mean, I don't want Burim fans to kind of look top side of the scoreboard here as well. Obviously, the gold is definitely into the favor of Virtus Pro.
The biggest challenge now is we haven't seen the 90
क्या
exchange yet,
करेगा
right?
कुछ
Is
प्लान
Byron
क्या
has
करेगा
yet to
लास्ट
pull
एक
out
बार.
any value for the
मेरे को
T1
तो बहुत कुछ नहीं
simply
हो रहा है
because
भाई.
he's not needed at this point. They will start to jump on Valdez. He is
Ah, for the last try.
Yeah, very low there. I mean, not too low, but he's able to pounce out that one there using his Tiger form. And then we see Yusong just kind of patching up the wound, saying, guys, just I'm going to push him away. You can get safe, but at the same time, they're not even safe in their own jungle because that T1 takedown, top side of the map, means that it's easy access here for Virtus Pro. Has been replicated in bot side of the map there as well. The Lorien all
Yeah.
on the back line is not going to get followed up there. The flash from Lecky is a problem. They know that Chano is a sitting duck at this point.
Yo, Hailang, he's so good. That was a big save. He goes for the call. He was open for the
Yeah.
taking, but simply because of the knockup from Hailang, there was no other option. Now, they will try to go on 90, but he has a lot of shields to work with, and the team is backing him up. I don't think they want to do this.
Yeah.
Buriram, this is a distraction play. They want to try and get the T1 at the bottom. But here comes a potential trade in mid.
Looking for a potential trade here in mid. Obviously, shield potential, like you were saying there, about 90. Not only does he have Byron's utility, the kit of that shield, he has the Stampede, the Leaping Savior from Clue as well.
नहीं तो
Which
फिर
makes
मिस्ट्री
it
को बोलो.
even harder, especially when you are playing from behind, like Burian United right now, to melt down that Byron.
Yeah, and it gives you a lot more access. Like, let's focus on Clue for a little bit. Like, instead of going for Redemption, this guy actually goes for Radiance.
Yeah.
And that deals damage and slows you down. So everything is set up so that VP can play even better as a team. This is a team effort here.
Well, it's because they know they're going to get to AOV team, right? They love to scrap in these team fights, so don't blame them. The knock-up there onto Valdez is obviously very lethal here, but it's going to be Lecky that's going to be aimed into the backline there. The unbridled does catch onto Lecky as well.
Oh, holy shit, nice.
Here for the side of Virtus Pro.
Crazy.
See a nice three-man elevation there from the side of Burian United, but it's not.
This is good actually, bro. This is good.
Claim anything here for them. They stop the assault onto their base. I think that's the best that they can hope for right now.
It's just a better composition at this point, right? You can start to see the value of VP's comp. Why is it so hard to fight? Because they have so many shields. Just 90 alone has a one-man army shield that's aided on by Clue with his Leaping Savior as well. And with the gold lead, EXP differential, VP now is not the biggest. It's 1,500 gold. But every team fight is structured and goes in their direction because they get the knockouts and they finish the job.
Exactly, the knockup, as you just said there, on point. It's going to force out that ulti there from Taos. Now is the time for Virtus Pro to try and calculate some kind of strike. They don't have a minion wave, so I can't imagine them going to aggress here unless the Nerds decide to fly in and put some pressure on. However, bot side of the map, they do have availability.
I mean, the power on the side of VP is so big.
Double knockup after knockup. Paul Lecky had more airtime than Tony Hawk there in that engage into the boost, but it's going to be bot side of the map here. The T2 takedown potentially for Virtus Pro, just using Lorien to clear up that minion wave.
We talked about the container play from the side of VP, right? They're containing them. There's too much CC. They can't do anything. They don't have the damage to deal with Clue as well. And this VP, everything started from there. No big tanks in a roam. You can't do anything.
We used to be seeing, like you were saying there, the tank support meta is huge. And in a best of 3, why not abuse that, right? Like, don't let your opponents take away these tanks, take away these vital supports. So if we look at, like, Virtus Pro's maps, right?
OP mid, yes, bro. That hero is an OP hero, bro. I don't know how you expect that. That was a thing, bro. ODL, क्या नाम है उसका? वो खुद ही, अरे, but I don't know. Lawless. Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether Valdez gets a couple of licks on him. Fine, he
that is a crazy movement, guys.
He can take to the sky as a dragon, and every single advantage now is going to the way of VP. They even force their Zero Golem to go into
अरे हाँ मालूम Kagura and Odia ना बोल के तो कुछ है. I forget the name of the CEO. अरे ओरियाना नहीं sorry ओरियाना नहीं. अरे कुछ तो एक है. Forget bro, forget.
They don't want to take this now. They're inviting the you know, this is where things get a little bit dicey. Do you want to contest?
Yeah?
You are behind on gold. And at this point, one mistake could cost you the game.
हाँ अरे वो blue color. Oh, okay. Look at the objective. Oh, okay, who can take the object, guys? Fuji.
We don't want to channel very badly. I think team Red is the Tyrant. Back off because they have Tyrant and the damage being increased by Red side.
But both teams know how to play this game. They will be successful in fending each other off. But is it a fair trade? No, it's definitely not. VP still very much in control.
Yeah, like you said, obviously defend each other off, but are you defending that minion? Right? Like that's not a really good defense, but
they're pushing back there. Like they're pushing them back. Like zone out कर रहे हैं.
Nice,
and the people are zoning out themselves. Oh, this is a good one. Left side was ultimate. Yes, this is a good one.
Okay.
That is going to be an extra kill going onto Imperial United. They are looking for a little bit more here. T-Gold is going to be the only damage dealer here onto the side of VP, but it doesn't matter. He's into the back line. Lucky
Okay,
is
nice.
taken down. Triple kill from the
Triple kill,
DOT.
triple kill.
No, and now they are looking for a bit of a brawl.
Triple?
CV1
Quadra,
taking
quadra.
some as well
Yeah,
as
quadra kill,
VP.
quadra
They are
kill.
both on the run. They are
Holy
scared
crap,
of this
man.
third
Oh,
kill.
oh,
Oh,
unstoppable.
beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful. This guy is him.
Yeah, 4 kills
holy
in a
crap.
row. I mean, for the team, VP now, they have a 3 kill advantage, but that's not even the biggest pain point. The differential, close to 4,000 gold in advantage to Virtus Pro. And they
Yeah.
also have
80
now
will
the
play, it's kind of
opportunity
weak for the
against the
heroes.
Shadow Overlord,
It's
right?
kind of
Yes, right
difficult.
now they had the Primal Bond, they couldn't risk it. And I like the idea that Buriram had.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let's
Ah,
make the
so
immediate trade. This is a very AOV trade. They
this
want to
is a
make the
very
exchange as
AOV
fast
trick.
as possible.
Oh, yeah.
But they know it's on VP, and what a way to make them pay for it.
I mean, the fact that this guy on the nerd set he's like, you know what? Just keep bringing it. I'm taking it. I'm being generous. Just keep punching me. I'm gonna keep getting back up. 613 KDA here. That's like I think probably the best nerd set performance we've seen so far with the KDC in this replay especially.
Yeah, so this is the main difference here. It looked pretty good for the side of Buriram because they finally got the lockdown and stun. This came from the Tao's second skill on the Yuhuan as well. And it looked good for a pretty moment, but when you don't have your frontliners trying to defend and deter the rest of VP on attacking,
हाँ
that's
कर
going to
ले
be
वो
one
better
big
है.
problem. Second problem is that Jiabao is already level 15. He is the guy with 6 different kills. He has the perfect itemization with the Digit Charge as well to slow down, give him more time to get damage over time.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously Bruce trying to be he is a level of notches ahead of them, but what's the point having damage if you have no effect onto the enemy team fight, right? T3 down bot side of the map has been pressured and taken down here as well. We have the Vanguard slowly approaching.
Okay.
Burn United trying to form some
क्या
sort of
लगता है
attack
एमएस
here.
इधर से
If
घूमे
you throw
घूमेगा?
water can cut through rocks. They need a lot of time to do that, and time is something they don't have. VP already knocking on the door. They don't have to over-aggress. The Shadow Overlord has already done its job. They have opened up access into the T3 at the bottom. Mega Minions flash down.
Oh my goodness, such an aggressive flash there, but Jiba was like, no what, that's my green light. You leave Lawrence alone in
Oh, fuck.
inflection with 2 heroes. That is your
Okay,
problem.
one more
He has
kill,
just
one more
started
kill.
to build here, so this could be the saving grace for
Okay, one
Buriram
more.
United.
Shut
Into
down.
the back line. He's going to use some with a triple kill, but now he has to run and hide. 90 is like the Shining. Here's Johnny.
That could have been the game-saving play there. Yishong, if he did not wipe out the backline on the side of VP, this game definitely would have been over. And this is the value of
What's your opinion,
seeing
Iron now?
immunity and huge damage.
मेरे सबसे
Buriram, they don't really have
blue
देख
team
देख
क्या है
इधर
but
ड्रैगन देख
this is
देख
ridiculous भाई.
But here's the
They have to
point.
play Narza भाई. Narza बहुत गंदा वाला डैमेज है. Narza है ना उसका नाम जो opponent max जो hero है अभी का.
To get the blue damage in. So what does VP do? They just go straight for the source of the problem.
One second.
And on the
मैं
back
stream
line,
को mute कर
very
देता हूँ.
good work on the
Stream में भी आवाज आ रही है तेरा भी आवाज आ रहा है.
deter the rest
Like
of the team
जहाँ
from coming in.
का.
Successful. That is one point of success. But can he do it again?
Exactly. I mean, like we were saying,
मेरा headset का बैटरी डाउन हो गया भाई.
performance so far, but
गजब इंसान.
चार्ज में लगा दे.
कुछ एयरफोर्स डाल देता हूँ.
Florentino was a masterpiece. It was the means that stopped them losing this game number one, forcing it into around that
Losing the
15-minute
game number
there.
one.
And obviously, that goal lead is still
1 second, bro.
behind, right? It's only 2 goals at this point, which isn't like any kind of means of like, oh, we can't come back in this one. But we are looking for the takedown to steal onto the side of Virtus.
Again. तुमको ले लिया क्या?
Knock up onto the side of Buriram United, but that's not going to be enough. Not the stopping force
Holy
that they
crap.
need. It's going to be
Wait,
taken to the sky, crashing down. We see a 3-1 trade here for the side of Virtus Pro, and they're looking for an ace.
Nice.
Aldous has turned into a kitty cat. Meow. He has to get
बोला
out.
kitty cat meow.
Well, it's 90, right? This is so hard to defend. You are a one-man. This is not even an army. This is a tiger against the tamers at this point, and he will be tamed. Valdes tries to push them back, but here we go. Game number one should go to Virtus Pro. They push him back one more time, and
Okay, finally win.
winners in game one.
Very well played from Virtus Pro. Did I
Momentum
मेरा team बहुत भाई. बहुत अच्छे से
Yeah.
Right? The different styles green. We want more fluid movement from the side of blue. It does work, but it's very hard to execute, especially when you don't have the ball, when you don't have the PSG. The jungle role is so
share it with your
important. You
friends
need to
and
make the
subscribe to
first
the
move,
channel.
the first ball.
Yeah, yeah,
Honestly, the fact like
and
we saw with
subscribe,
Virtus Pro, like
subscribe,
they
enjoy the
couldn't
stream,
help
and
but
please
agree
do
with Ron's
comment,
point. It's
guys.
kind of like, guys,
Live chats are open and it's very
oh,
cool. You can
what's
just
going on?
chat with
And
us.
obviously
Yeah. Ask us the question,
the move right there
just
to
be
obviously
your own
set
self.
up Virtus Pro.
Go with the flow.
Unfortunately, it did spell the means of the end there for game one.
Talk to us, guys.
Once
Ask
again,
us. And
unstoppable
whatever. Talk
United
to us.
Esports. That was a
ठीक
very
है
leveled match.
हम लोग को सिर्फ हम दोनों ही बात करे जा रहे
It
हैं
was a
हम लोग
screaming
चैट पे
game.
कुछ क्रेजी
We
कुछ
were
नया
both
आ नहीं रहा प्लीज
having
चैट्स पे
fun,
कुछ
but
लिख दो
no understanding of
so
the
we
game.
can
The
know
players couldn't
what do
stand
you
it.
guys feel about the
Nobody was
match.
coming in. That is the
What
main
do you
thing
guys
about
think about
this
Indian
whole
region
T6, man.
being
Because
like
right
coming
now,
next time?
the
कल हम लोग को मैच होगा I think World Bracket का तो what do you guys
solid
think? What's your
core
predictions?
players that know this
And
game.
who do you
This
guys
is now
support?
sharing the stage, right, with
Of
the
course.
two different games.
Yeah.
And at this point, this shows the understanding of
Write
Virtus
down
Pro
your opinions,
with
guys.
this draft of Buriram United, right? This is a very scary draft, by the way.
क्या मालूम ब्रो
This
क्या
is
क्या
a
होगा
very
इंडिया
good
का
battle of
के
the
नहीं ब्रो देख
Esports
मेरे हिसाब से ना इंडिया कैन कम अहेड the thing is first of all Indian
of the
people should
final
understand that
couple seconds.
imports are not
This
required we
will
do have good
make it
players
difficult for
imports
them.
को लेकर
This turns out to
मतलब
be
कम्युनिकेशन
the fight
फकअप कर
between
दोगे तो
who are we
बहुत
gonna
गंदा
see
जाएगा
in
बिकॉज जब
United
ये लोग खेल रहे हैं ना
versus
आई थिंक
Virtus?
imports
What
players are very
Virtus
good
Pro, what
but
is the
communication है ना
confidence of
some
their
people
players,
are
right?
not very
We
comfortable
see
with
Esports
maybe
players
with
how they
English
really just
ठीक
capitalize
है
on the
टीम में
hero picks.
हर टाइम इंग्लिश में कॉल देना स्टिच लोग को नहीं होगा सही
Well,
इमोशन
we
ठीक
haven't
से
seen
बाहर नहीं
that
आएगा
same kind of
ठीक से उनको स्ट्रैटेजी
performance
बाहर नहीं
yet
आएगा
this
जब
spin.
मिड ऑफ द गेम
I feel it
कोई
might
कुछ
be
स्ट्रैटेजी
time
बोलना
to
चाहता है
go
तो नहीं
for
आएगा
it's
तो
literally cards left
जब
on the
इम्पोर्ट
table.
प्लेयर होते
It
दे
looks
हैव
like
टू
we
यूज इंग्लिश
aren't seeing
एंड
a whole
समटाइम
lot
इवन
of
इम्पोर्ट प्लेयर दे
solid
डोंट नो
team
इंग्लिश
here coming from the side of Virtus Pro.
बहुत गंदा फकअप होता है
Up to
जस्ट
that
वेरी ट्रू
29%
आप प्ले विद
mark.
डिफरेंट कंट्रीज लाइक
Honestly,
एशियन
like
कंट्रीज के
this is
लोगों के साथ
really
तो
a
आई
good
नो
masterclass
उनका
from
इंग्लिश इतना
Virtus
स्ट्रांग
Pro
है ही नहीं
this game to be like,
we
right,
have to use
okay,
very minimal words to
This is the
words towards
fight
them so they can understand what we are
this
saying.
is the fight. Make sure that you have to be the focal point of the opponent team. And while that
Like
happens,
attack
you
हो
need
गया
to be
या
able to
go
execute
mid,
both
go
sides. In this
top,
case, for
attack
Buriram
top,
United
engage
Esports,
top इतना ही.
they
We cannot
need
take
to
it. Come,
execute
we come from behind, we
the
come
way
from
how
this
Virtus
side.
played this game
ऐसे हम
last
लोग
time.
बोल सकते
He
हैं
wasn't looking for just
नॉर्मल
engage.
बोलते हैं ना
He was looking for
जैसे मतलब
safety net.
मैं पीछे जाऊंगा तो
This
आगे
is
चले
the
ले
time
तो हम लोग
where
बोल ही
you
नहीं
are able
सकते.
to allow Yushan to take over the backlines. That was Iron's responsibility. I will break
अभी इसमें तो बिहारी हार गया इसमें
momentum
वीपी
shift.
जीता है
This is where United
I think it's
shine
on
as Higo comes in.
I
And
don't know
suddenly
Thailand टीम है
we find
शायद
ourselves in a
ये बर्मा टीम
very
वर्सेस थाईलैंड टीम थे शायद
yeah,
तो
yeah.
हाँ
this
इंडिया
is the
हारा
most three-man knockups I've ever seen on a
इंडिया के
weekly
सामने
thus
बहुत
far.
तगड़ा टीम आ गया
It's very impressive, but it's also a good sign for
रमन लिख रहा है when you
really the
and
quality of some of the
iron
heroes.
GP
Because I can
playing
argue
same team
Ori and CC
against
Ultimate is
okay
arguably the best team in South Korea.
हम लोग असल में ना खेल चुके हैं साथ में भी खेल चुके हैं आयरन
Higo
इट्स राइट
this time
और हम लोग
outside.
अगेंस्ट भी खेल
We've
चुके
seen him in KSL.
हैं अगेंस्ट तो मैं
This
इसको
is
कब से
very
खेल रहा
scary, but
हूँ 4 साल से खेल रहा हूँ अगेंस्ट
You know,
5 साल
I
5
believe
साल
that highlights again
हाँ
was
करिए
something
तो
that
अन्य
was
हम
really
लोग
good for me
अगेंस्ट खेला
because
था
in the
स्टार्टिंग फर्स्ट
field we saw
इधर ही मिला था
sometimes
उसको
the last tyrant fight.
मैंने हमने मिला था
Usually
शायद
the
वो
team
पूरा
United already started
तो
the game
हाँ
with
मतलब
the lead.
this
And
was
at
the
the
day
end,
टीम मैं जो टीम को छोड़ गया था वो टीम में जाके बैठा था
Steve
चंद्रगुप्त के
Martinelli
साथ
just claimed that one. We're going to give you more action of these two teams after this short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll
I
be
think
right
हम
back.
soon हम लोग आएंगे साथ में अगर मतलब we both gonna stream I think simultaneously soon. I'm thinking of streaming मेरा calendar चालू है so I'm just figuring out how can I take time for this streaming and those things. Yeah. इंडिया कौन जीता इंडिया क्या नो भाई इंडिया हार गया भाई अनफॉर्चुनेटली आज पहला दिन था आई थिंक आज का तो थोड़ा गंदा का बट आई थिंक कल लो ब्रैकेट का मैच होगा तो भाई I hope the for the best. And very confident. Yeah. So by the way, match अभी back to back. So guys, if you see the England current team, right? इसमें ना सारे experienced player हैं. I know everyone from that team. I don't think so. Everyone knows me from that team. I know that right. There's Senpai, call me Senpai also now. This will like we will playing together like against से खेलते थे हम लोग एक जगह against से साथ में खेलते थे तो मतलब टीम बना के ना randomly हम लोग आ जाते थे अपने टीम में उसके अलावा फैमिली जो हर्ष है वो तो अपने वर्ल्ड के टाइम से दोस्त है मेरा आयरन टाइगर्स
Now imagine an entire city being built to
Yeah,
supercharge
yeah,
it.
yeah. Sensei and Sensei is
Picture a
one of the
city
book, one of
powered
the
by
book
AI.
plan we had in Ravi. Everything is Sensei, this is the plans we had in separate they works by they can come and destroy the Indian stuffs. Like the movie is just taking this approach. They have like 7 years of experience in development.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, Negro is oldest. मैं मैं मिस करता था भाई मेरे टाइम में ना वियतनाम की प्लेयर्स आके खेलते थे इंडियन सर्वर में
Uh,
एंड दिस पीपल आर सो रबिश कैसे विंटर कहते थे सेकेंडली इन लोग का एग्रेशन हम लोग को दिया था जो हम लोग नए थे ये सब इधर हो रहा है ना इनके साथ मैच में 6 मिनट में गेम एंड हो रहा है 10 मिनट में गेम एंड हो रहा है तो हम लोग के साथ रैंक में होता था कभी कभी चैंपियन रैंक होता था मेरे साथ क्योंकि इवन हम लोग को मेटा कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था हम we were exploring this game and we were in Conquer the Diamond what I mean Diamond is a good rank the season 1 we so this program people used to come and destroy us but after I think 1 2 season we were the one who were ruling the top leaderboard like there were no Vietnamese players in top leaderboard I guess only बंदा था BF का butterfly तो अकेला था top 50 में then कोई नहीं था Vietnam
You're in a
yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
difficult position. Like you said, the big picture.
I think IRNGP
You
loves
have to
BF
offer.
isn't
He's
it
going to go for
butterfly
assassin jungle once again.
Butterfly,
And
yes. एक
Valdez,
टाइम पे अच्छा
yes,
था
he
वो.
is good. He has come from
I think IRNGP का पहला प्यार होगा L'Oreal second होगा butterfly
games together where we have the AOV heroes
Yeah.
taken out of the picture. What a finish.
आयरन का चेहरा देखो स्ट्रीम पे मैं शर्मा रहा है थोड़ा सा
this right over there
फ्लश कर रहा है
हंसते हुए मेरा चेहरा बहुत गंदा दिखता है
they
यार.
have already done their homework, man. Like they came in, the first thing they
I
did
think
was
भाई देखो
collect the resources.
anyone can say anything but my first love is Murad and secondly Elander भाई
To take.
Yes.
Elander is like early है ना early नाम से है ना गेम पे
The
I think
Esports.
army नाम से
This is exactly
my first love भाई my first love
they didn't
people
allow
love
him to play in the game. He was
I don't give a fuck about gender भाई
he was
Fuck my love
fights, of which neither ones were the proper.
अगर लड़कियों को कोई reaction मतलब British character भी है इन ये
Some of these matches
Yeah,
it
yeah.
becomes like who is the main composure of the teams, and a lot of times it's the
I
job.
think so मतलब people are going for the like mage मतलब power होना चाहिए ना भाई mage मतलब cute होना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से
Always on the
mage
run.
doesn't need power like mage मतलब cute होके गांड मारो आगे वाले की मतलब बहुत अच्छी mage
And the fact is, back to the point,
ये
खतरनाक दिखती है आगे वाले की फाड़ने वाली mage नहीं होती भाई
they really want to go for that one, but really has it been a play style?
मैं स्ट्रीम में गाली दे रहा हूँ मेरे को बैन कर दे तेरे को तू monetization कर शुरू होता है
They can consider
monetization चला जाएगा
this is
तेरा
one of the
पैसा चला जाएगा
at
भाई
the same time, but it's also a very high risk, high
ये भी
reward
सही है.
hero because if you don't get the assist, you don't get the kills, it's very hard to
ये लॉल
on point, and that's the whole point of playing a butterfly.
नहीं
He's
ऐसे नहीं मानना है
again.
नहीं मानना है
This is another one of the specialties of Pooh. Not to me his best, but it's something that he has provided with consistency. The dire tier. So do we see a potential golden pick or the early pick coming in?
मुझे भी डैम
More towards
डैम
the
होना चाहिए भाई.
obviously here
खेलने
with the
लायक
first
होना
two
चाहिए
picks.
थोड़ा
We do
सा.
have United.
इतना
They could
ये
have gone
सब
for the
नहीं
hook
देखता.
actually, but the surprise is go for the global marksman here, collecting. I mean, they did give you a little bit more extra space,
ओली
right?
ओली ओली बोल रहे हो क्या वो लॉरियल से लेके भी तो खेल रहे हो
you
टाइम
than
निकाले.
what
भाई गाइस लोरियन मतलब डायरेक्शन जो एचओपी में उसको लोरियल बोलते हैं
anti-tank specialist.
Yes, lesson number
बट
2.
लॉरियल इधर भी उतना अच्छा नहीं है. मेरे को अच्छा नहीं
He's
लगा.
one of the most straightforward heroes in the mid lane.
हाँ लॉरियन मेरे को बहुत पसंद थी बट द थिंग विद लॉरियल ना आई थिंक
Your tank rolls
वो उसके ना बहुत काउंटर्स थे में जैसे एलिस जो इस पे आई थिंक जो कहते हैं जो स्पीड बूस्ट करता है सेकंड में उस पे एलिस बोलते तो उसका अल्टीमेट साइलेंस हो जाता है पूरा सर्कल में जब वो अल्टीमेट डालती है तो साइलेंस डाल देगी तो शुरू होता है मूवमेंट दिस इज अल्टीमेट स्लो डाउन
You are somebody that's going to be rotating.
पीछे उसके पास स्पॉट होता था स्पॉट होके गाइता में इसे स्लो डाउन करता है
particularly squishy.
इंसान को मेश
In the right bush at the right time and gets that 2-1-3
बट या मेरे हिसाब से आई थिंक मेरे से ज्यादा क्यू तो सपोर्ट होती है I think, right?
Yeah.
क्या बोलते हैं मेजर what like majors are like hotter and supports are the cuter जो enchantment support होता है ना
Players like Clean.
जैसे डोलिया हो गया
picked up this one. He went for the first hit. Now
Right?
this
क्या बोल रहा है भाई?
spectacular, but
मेरे को
it's a good
मेरे को
follow
मेरे को
up.
कुछ
You
नहीं
can
मालूम
have
भाई.
that catch
मेरे को
भाई
ऐसे
यार
पढ़ो.
इतना आम पेड़ कभी से अभी एंजेला है.
really good. Licky
शीट.
this time
भाई ये तो बच्ची है रे एंजेला जो ना कुछ
he
बोल भी
was
नहीं
able to
सकता.
position himself
इस पे
much further away. Use the arrow shower.
एक गेम का एंजेला थोड़ा
He also has that kind of like
भाई
medium
इसे एनी भाई. तू बोले बच्चे तो प्रोफाइल बोल देंगे.
first, use your second skill,
लोल.
kind of like juice, juice, shove it away, but you're also doing
भाई
damage.
ये सब
It's
वर्ड
also
मत
a
ले.
bit of tools,
कॉमेडी
right,
हो
to get
जाएगा.
the takedowns onto some like weaker turrets.
अच्छा ये डिमोटिव भाई क्या बोलूं मैं ये.
Just to get that. But
मैं ऑनेस्ट बोलता
here
हूँ.
as well, really kind of putting a
सोच आयरन अगर मैं स्ट्रीमिंग करना शुरू कर दिया मैं ऐसा बकवास किया तो मैं तो भाई
WC 20.
बैंग हो जाएगा. पता नहीं क्या कर देंगे लोग.
And also showing that
देखो अच्छा शो वाला पहले नहीं लेंगे मेरे को.
knowing that Nunu number
No.
one,
पहले मेरे को लेंगे ही नहीं.
he has shown you how to play.
ये बंदा कार्ड का अच्छा है अच्छे में उल्टा पुल्टा कर देगा.
Lorion.
Let me see. Okay, they have taken Dioda.
तुझे लिखा तो
AOV
Poster.
heroes,
क्या नाम है इसका?
which is no longer an option inside for his pro. I don't think you want to pick a net or the
डायो
it's
चैट डायो
a
चैट.
little bit too risky. You're too
मैं अच्छा नहीं रहा, अच्छा नहीं रहा.
Frontline,
उसमें बहुत टाइम हो गया पहले तो वो याद भी नहीं कर रहा. अभी देखा भी नहीं कर रहा.
onto the side.
Chano है, Angela है, and this side we have
Not
Nova.
only gotta watch out for Guan Yu,
I think Nova is late game पे beast हो जाती है, and Guan Yu one of the best hero you can play in player lane, top lane.
they like to
I think Guan Yu can against.
so I feel like if you have creation blocks, if you're stuck between
Yeah, because very high CC वाला
you
hero.
have to either escape or
Oh.
actually
Against Guan Yu.
engage.
I don't know what
It
this
means, like,
people.
it needs a second thought.
And the outrange potential is pretty huge as well, right?
Yeah.
Numa is a hero that you can play from afar. When you use the creation blocks skill 1, there is a plus sign, and the full extent of the plus sign still gives you damage, so it's really hard to play. And
क्या बोल रहे हैं?
this is also a late game.
ICC hero से तो Bloodborne तो लोग हैं, Bloodborne top lane अच्छा रहता है Guan Yu के against.
Yeah.
I was thinking of this, right?
Okay, they win with Gamma. Gamma is very good with CCS.
They had the dive.
Gamma is good, yeah.
What's the other
Gamma
hero
is
that
अच्छा
does
है.
well? Is
And the last pick है Jungler.
Shove, right? Like if you're a hero in that Jing's ultimate, right?
This people can go fight though.
A little bit of a
If they stand, oh shit.
It's enough to do a lot of damage here, and it's gonna be so nice.
Yeah, Jin
We saw him on the nerds.
दूसरे का
Assassin.
जो देखो
Damage over time.
लेकिन जो they want as a random
I'm pretty concerned here.
They need assassin right
This is
now.
another one of 90 specials, right?
DPS को pick up नहीं तो बस.
Dharma, this is one of the
बढ़िया
most
काम है.
common heroes you will see.
Okay, they will be good, good.
That slam against the wall of the truth mantra.
Why did he go
He's
to
been
the
out of the game for a very long time. But I like the response. BRU is going for the
I didn't think what this game can, like how this game can go.
And as well, I feel like
Real
at
quick.
this point yesterday when we saw the Ying go up against the Shano counterpoint, you can kind of use those spirit wolves to kind of like
By the way,
those hits
Indian पे इंडिया पे EWC के लिए तो एक ही पहुंच गया है ना.
for the team by that long range kind of
नहीं,
like slap
EWC
as
no.
well from the ultimate.
So does this
Huh?
hero pick
नहीं.
aid VP or does
भाई इस बंदे का चेहरा तो देख भाई इतना पिंपल एक्ने हो गया भाई. What the hell?
I think that we need to
भाई monster
take
चार चार पीता होगा दिन का भाई.
we hit into the second game. Now this, ladies and gentlemen,
भाई हीट हो गया होता है भाई इतना सारे.
who is it for? It's for good.
बर्बाद हो गए. इसको भाई मेहनत जिसे लिखा था लोग.
The pinnacle point for
I don't want to be racist but Dr. Mehmet was supposed to.
right, like if they don't do it here, then sorry, you go to the lower bracket. You
And this sector look also Spanish league level after one minute.
potential matchup there.
Well,
Brazilian.
BRU, the concern is
Okay, match has started. Let me see.
right now.
Guardian to middle जाएगा.
They want to come back. They want to show the resilience.
After this match, we have
Sir,
to
Dr. Mehmet.
of
we're
their
gonna
own
play some
league
matches.
for a reason. And champions never.
साथ में हम लोग ना बाबा I'm going out.
Absolutely not.
हमारी डिवाइस भी ठीक नहीं है ना बाबा.
Side of
Oh, अच्छा.
once again into that
भाई मेरा डिवाइस भी ठीक नहीं है. मैं एक साथ इंस्टॉल करो मेरा डिवाइस. मेरा एंड्रॉइड खराब हो गया था.
And I
डिस्प्ले चल मेरा एंड्रॉइड का.
side of rerun. You know,
एंड्रॉइड का एक बार लगा.
mid lane, the wave clear is pretty slow. How?
अगर मैं एक साथ में खेलूंगा ना भाई.
Right from the get.
Do like
It's like, guys, I
Yeah,
really
well,
miss playing a tank.
no, no,
Take
no.
away that for Highland into the mid lane.
I don't think we can support you.
Those,
Not play jungle.
yeah, but that's
It's my turn.
level 4.
One year middle car आते हुए I think
A little bit too slow.
Oh, nice shot, nice shot. भाई देखो तूने उससे फ्लैश भी इस्तेमाल नहीं करा. She was not even nervous. She knows her shit. मतलब कब पोस्ट करना है फ्लैश को नहीं.
VP would have been too
Oh, this is too deep.
even with Highland. Highland we know is a very emotional player. keeps himself to high standards. And I mean, that kind of pays off with the attitude that he has because
I
clearly
think
he's
after this
he
match I
knows
will
that
go
he's
off
giving KSG
and
a lot of problems.
Yes, and this is
दिन में
going to
दिन
be
में
a
तो
very
काम है मेरे को
important portion, right?
Yeah.
Keeping calm, keeping your composure.
Yes.
Yes, this is an ideal situation for VP where you're leading a series 1
कालू क्या उसने कंपनी फिर से
but you
रीस्टार्ट
don't
करेगा?
count out BRU. Now, they're going to start looking for
हाँ ये planning something
this is this is the potential to be 3. I don't think they want to.
Take me to the deep,
Escape
guys.
right there just to make the rotation a bit faster and more safe.
by the way
as well.
पता है ना दोनों को भी शादी हो चुका है दोनों फाउंडर्स के
Here, it seems like their region's got a lineup for you.
अब से दोनों बच्चे हैं मैं और अभय और गौतम बच्चे हैं
Pull some points into that one.
मतलब
Let's give
तू
the
और मैं
boys a
बचा.
bit of influence with on the goal.
गौतम एक बंदा है गौतम एडोरी से एडोरिस
Yeah, they definitely need all the support they can get, right? At this point, this
मैं
हम दोनों
बीम
बच्चे हैं जो टीम में अभी
to be in
सिग्नल
yes,
पड़े
the lower bracket as
Core
a
team, yeah.
man. But ideally, you want
अच्छा
to be
बीन
in
बॉट का.
position 1. You want to be top group so that you get to choose your opponents.
आकाश एंड कन्नू का तो हो गया
With that being said, for
हाँ.
iRON, I think they've been holding on well. They're keeping close in the goal department. About 3.
मैं ऐसा ना आकाश की शादी भी जाना चाहता था इवन कन्नू की शादी भी जाना चाहता था इनविटेशन पे भाई दिल्ली तक कैसे जाए लोग जाएंगे तो विवेक का
Sort
सर
of like stop these takeovers of these little points.
हाँ
Obviously, Clue gets
I think what time is exams
the
भी था
idea. Usong is all
करना
over Clue. He's able to get escape down. Once again, that
अच्छा.
second skill from Highling is such a safety
वो
net.
होता है
It's
सब
saving his support. It should be
हाँ
the other
सही
way
सही
around.
सही.
Yeah, I mean, this is aided on the fact
Blast
that
it कब होता है
really missed from
Yeah.
House on that unbridled off.
Yeah.
So you definitely can tell the nerves are getting to the side of BRU.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, realistically, this could be a matchup in the lower brackets finals, right? Like,
Yes.
we have KSG within this one. It's going to be a scary, hairy.
I don't know if so but
Right now,
मैंने निकाल दिया
United just
हाँ
using
सुनेगा बाद
Nunu's
में.
emergence there just to see if there's anybody
Davidson
eyes onto
टीम में तो नहीं बोल रहा टीम में बाद में दोनों टीम आ जाएगी फिर इसको
This time, in this second game of the series,
भाई मतलब
right now, Clue, he's going to be very important. They catch out Towns.
आड़ी तो बंद हो
He
जाएगी.
does have the unbridled out, but
बंद हो गई नहीं भाई आगे पता है क्या हुआ तो बेसिकली हम लोग को कॉलेज मतलब अभी वापस एकेडमी शुरू हुआ ना तो फ्रेशर्स में क्या होता है कि मणिपाल मतलब एकदम हाई फाई थे तो फिर लाइक हम लोग को एक्सप्लोर करना है वी वांट टू गो क्लबिंग एंड वी वांट टू गेट ड्रंक एंड स्टफ तो पुलिस लोग आके चेक कर रहे थे कि पीपल आर 18 प्लस लाइक नॉट 18 प्लस 21 प्लस अबाउट
he's able to be so
No,
free
just-
from that.
मैं तो आगे ओपनली दिखा रहा था मैं तो दिखा रहा था जानबूझ के जाके अरे तो मैं पता है मैं तो बकचोदी कर रहा था पुलिस वालों से
आराम से आराम से
making their
आराम
I'm
से.
25 वो बोल रहा एंजॉय कर मतलब एक और पूछा कि तेरा आईडी कार्ड दिखा मेरा आईडी कार्ड दिखा तो मैं बोल 25 मैंने आगे में से पूछा कि हाँ तुम कब से इधर काम कर रहे हो तुम कहाँ से हो लाइक तुम इधर से हो ओरिजिनली पोस्टिंग कहाँ से
अरे.
है क्या हुई कुछ तो बकवास कर रहा था
अरे गाँव
बहुत
गेम
बंदा
देख.
बैठा रहा है भाई
गेम.
हम लोग क्या बात कर रहे हैं गेम पे फोकस
हाँ.
गेम फोकस गाइस
Into this team fight 2 for 2. Can they get a little bit more here?
ओ नवा आते हैं भाई मिल सकती है भाई ओए 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 सेफ
मिड लेन में कौन सा हीरो सबसे अच्छा है? What do you think? For now in mid.
माइन MAY mine
Look at the highlights, guys. This is a very crazy fight over there. But
भाई इसे पता है इसमें क्या हुआ पता है बेसिकली इस पे आई थिंक ब्लू टीम ने वो फटक कर दिया मतलब उनको मिला कि दे शुड हैव बैक्ड ऑफ दे वेंट फॉर मोर एंड
Yeah, it's not looking good even further, right? Obviously, yes,
तो मार देने में तो बहुत
but you lose
Yeah.
the Tyrant, you lose that T1 down bot side of the map where that whole team fight was going for.
इसलिए पता है ऑफिस पे इधर जो बर्न हो रहा है आई थिंक प्रेडिक्शन होगा
In honor of Kings, right? They're not just going for a team fight, they're looking to get something more from
इतना पता चल रहा है कि कौन जीतेगा
at this point, right? The pressure's on.
nah, वो वाला अब इंडिया का ही डालना था. इंडिया है नहीं तो अभी डाल के फायदा नहीं
They
है.
need to have the perfect synergy in
मेरे को गुआनी को समझ नहीं आ रहा भाई इस प्लेइंग का सपोर्ट भाई मतलब उधर से तो घूम रहा है तब से
them against the wall.
Yeah.
Fish for T.
Roaming support.
When is not farming properly to be honest.
You can get.
Exactly. It's going to be
ये वाला
I want to
गेम
see the goal stat भाई गोल दिखा दो यार please.
this time around. He's really
Yeah.
kind of like holding
ये
on
वाला
to
गेम थोड़ा सा हड्डाडी
the
हुआ.
skill here, but at the same
अबे
time,
नेपाल भी तो गया था.
पूरा गेम पता पूरा लेट गेम है भाई
biggest denier
ये पूरा लेट गेम है पूरा ग्लोबल लेट गेम आता है नोवा लेट गेम आई थी
to do some
on
damage.
This is
One you late game में तो tank and
right? Highline
enough
has always been
रहेगा
very
and
Yeah,
aggressive
yeah.
when
मैं
it comes to
Zephyr तो
closing down a
छोड़ दे
wall.
वो
And
tank ही
this
Zephyr हो
time,
जाएगा
he really
late
has
game.
transitioned into an
Meanwhile,
even stronger team
operate
play.
team
The
Jing
saves
late
coming
game
in.
में
He's
crazy
making sure
damage.
that Tigo gets all of the kills and
Dharma,
the safety
this
kills he needs.
society.
Not only the
Chano का
safety,
crazy damage late
safety
game.
is literally gathering like
Angela
almost
तो
a
है ही
little bit of resources as
one
well,
shot.
right? Like that's slowly forming into a 2k gold lead at this moment
चलो
in
late
time.
game में तो
The
देखिए
kills
बेटे तो
aren't even Steven
swing
right
little
now
slow.
between these two teams, but as we know with
Yeah.
H2K, kills aren't
Mid
always the
late game है
biggest
मतलब पूरा
measure
late game
of
नहीं mid
success, right?
late game.
It's not. It definitely is not, right? It's about what you do after it. Sure, you can get the kills, but if you don't get the turrets, you don't get the neutral objectives, then all of those kills are going to waste because you're not maximizing the value here. But now,
No,
talking about
it
value,
is
they
not
have one of
भाई
the
पता
T1s
नहीं
on their top,
क्या scene है
pushing
इसके.
Bishong away. And I
चंद्र को
like a
ड्रैगन
lot, right?
चाहिए.
One of the biggest things that happen is when you don't have an idea where the clash arena is.
Exactly. If you're not man checking something like 1U, you're probably setting yourself for a bit of disaster there within those team fights, right? If it's Clue, if it's not Clue, it's Job out here as well onto the Jing. We are seeing a bit of a TP from the side of Baldus just to make sure they're able to kind of just keep away this minion. But they're not going to get that T1 takedown potentially here. But VP's like, you know what? No, we're going to go for the T2 down bot side of the map here. We're opening up that pressure. We're going to create more need for them to be apart from that mid lane.
It's one simple decision, right? The choice from Jackal to
सोच
actually
रहा
go
था.
into Yishong forces out the sprint as well as the full charge. They're gonna
Quite
try.
honest, catches onto T-Gold. Can they get that follow
भाई
through?
मेरे इतने थक गया था इस जगह तो मैं पूरा
He's like, you know what?
वो हो गया
When
मेरा.
you lead the charge, you leave your members
When you
behind.
leave a
We're gonna
charge,
see
when
that
you leave your
Tyrant
team.
time.
Okay,
They are
same
gonna go
position, same
for
fight
it
again, guys.
4-1. But Baldus is looking for some more
Oh, look this,
redemption
look at this, look
for
at
the
this.
boy. And Nunu
Oh,
in the
bhai.
backline with the emergence so
I think
quickly.
like blue
He's
team
just
gonna
so
win this.
quickly
There is
able
no
to
way
both
कि तो red
turn
team
around
कुछ
that
कर
team
सकता है
fight.
जिस
That
तरह
could
भाई.
have gone into a
एक सेकंड
disastrous
नोवा तो
move
red
for the
team
side
थी
of
बहुत
BRU if Nunu
लेट
did
गेम
not
जाएगा
get
तो
that
नोवा
finish
कुछ
there.
कर सकती है नोवा
Okay,
एंड चानो.
yes, they gave 4 lives for the cost
Yeah,
of
yeah.
चानो भी मैं
losing
क्या
this
बोल रहा हूँ
point.
कि मेरे को
But
ना
now
वो
they're
स्क्रीन
still
मेरा
alive.
स्क्रीन अभी ओपन
And
किया.
this is
Just
important
to
for
read
them
your
coming in.
chats.
They will manage to successfully defend the
बट
T1.
चैट पे
But
कुछ
this
नया
is
आया नहीं
decisive.
है गाइस क्यों.
Very nice catch from Taos onto the
चैट
side
पे
of
क्यों नहीं
CT.
है कुछ
But
नया
this
है.
is where the value of a utility roam comes in. And also,
गाइस
that
लाइव
4
चैट्स
lives
ऑन
through
है गाइस.
Contra from 90. This is
हमसे
why
बात
this guy is
कीजिए.
so scary in the KML. And right
ब्रो
now,
ऐसा लग रहा है मैं
T2
बाबा
is
बन चुका हूँ.
you know,
मुझसे
tapping
बात कर
into the
कीजिए.
KWC stages at this point of time.
By the way, I
It's
think
so
chat में किसी पता नहीं I'm South
brutal.
Indian तो
Look
मेरा
at the
हिंदी थोड़ा
recovery. This
ऊपर नीचे
is the
होगा.
annihilation, by the way.
Sorry
Despite
guys.
the emergence, did save some time and go back into the pockets of BRU, but it's still not enough.
It is not enough, no, but at the same time, you can kind of see the potential here.
आयरन कभी सोचा तेरे को कमेंट्री करने की सोचा कभी एचओके में.
There has been
हाँ
a
सोचा मेरे
lot
को
of
बोला भी
valuable information
है. जो
being
लोग
given
एक्चुअली
over
कमेंटेट
work with what we
जो
have
लोग एक्चुअली
believed to have.
कमेंटेटर्स
But right now, the
बिल्ड
T2 top
करते हैं
tower
यार.
is looking to be
ये
potentially
देखिए
taken
ग्रुप
off.
देख
Yet another
व्हाट्सएप का
arrow spell
ग्रुप.
that keeps them away, which is just a
हाँ.
beautiful use of
व्हाट्सएप का ग्रुप.
marksman, but into the backline is Baldus. He's taken the bait right now. It's
मैं
going
मेरे को डाल दे. मैं तो
to
कितना अच्छा कमेंट्री कर रहा हूँ भाई. मेरे को डाल दे. मैं कमेंट्री
It's
कमेंट्री
just
कर दूंगा.
always so
मैं
close.
कन्नड़ा में कर दूंगा. मेरे को
Even
कर्नाटक से
before
तो
getting
कन्नड़ा में
the
कर
show
दूंगा.
here, he
कन्नड़ा
wanted to try to
एचओके.
fight T1. I don't think they would allow
प्रीमियम
that to
कमेंट्री.
happen. T1 did go into the hands of Virtus Pro from the mid side
इंग्लिश में भी कर
of
सकता हूँ. हिंदी में भी कर सकता हूँ.
side of the map.
इन एवरी लैंग्वेज.
सॉरी वाला कमेंट्री शायद मेरे पास आ सकता है भाई.
is definitely
अकेले
not
तो
safe here for the side
सीरियस
of
तो नहीं बट चलता था तो बच्चे को भी सीरियस कर सकता हूँ.
This means obviously yes, one
Yeah.
was already open up, but now it's a clear ownage of their enemy's jungle, right? That Azure Golem was deleted.
Okay, silver lining though, Licky, yes, he did fall once, but T-Gold has also felt once in this game, and Licky has been consistently farming, right? So I think he's keeping pace, while he is like half a level behind.
Lenovo
T-Gold.
Legion
This time and a
sponsored.
half is what defines it. Did he get the steal or not? Annihilation ready for the go.
Yes, he obviously has the insight there that they're at the tyrant, but he's like, you know what? A little bit too late there. Just like British Transport, that is like they always come up once, two come up once, but never do they hit the mark.
ऊपर तो
Good
चल.
work here on the side of Euro United for that comeback.
हाँ.
76 seconds left on the tyrant here. They do have a steady hand in this one, not in terms of gold, but VP have the extra damage.
Oh, Hailang, what a flash!
Oh my goodness, that was almost a two-hit combo.
Yeah, I mean, he did force a flash from Licky. This means they can't really defend. Licky can't come into the fight without taking a huge risk. And this is a huge play. Did not get the kill, but it's not about the kills at this point. It's about getting the resources out of their hands. There is no more common spell available. And here we go. Another quick ultimate from Hailang.
Yeah.
You know, when you have the Angela,
Yeah,
it takes about
Yeah.
30 seconds before her ultimate comes up again.
Exactly. I mean, the amount
Oh, nice
of
buy, nice buy.
and
Well done, guys.
अपना 20 discount कर दिया crazy भाई.
interest is so
क्या
crazy.
चल रहा रेड टीम तो फुल जुलूलू में चला गया भाई मतलब एकदम
सन्नाटा हो गया।
हाइपर टेंशन में चलेगा भाई।
इंडिया का मैच होने वाला है फिर से गाइस। ओके, इंडिया का मैच होने वाला है गाइस, so waiting for few days. After that we gonna see our India team come back. They're for sure. Let's hope for the best. Let's support our Indians,
Wait a
guys.
second. I think this is a head, guys. This is a head. They can end it.
Minion wave clear
Awesome.
to get that one solid.
How many
Yeah.
lives do they get? VP, look at the damage. Licky is actually doing quite a bit of damage onto the lineup. Entirety of VP, but every time they fall
Charlie
low,
highest
one heal
damage.
from Clue, one redemption from Clue as well. It's all back to Gold State. And with that, Jabba actually secures that Shadow Overlord and Taos.
Oh, so he does get low. He has to force the unbridled outburst there as well.
Then
Just to
penalty
get into a
someone
save.
but no
I feel like
use.
that's going to be another scary
bad.
metric here for the side of Birmingham United, right? Like, they don't have that means of disengage for a very long time. We know that Virtus Pro has the Shadow Overlord as well. That's just made securing these top two
Guys,
TPs left
BP
alone
gonna
even
win.
harder.
Yeah,
Easily,
I mean,
guys.
if you take a look at Nunu, yes, he just got the Savant's Rock.
This
There
is how it's
there
looking
is
right
wave
now.
clear available, and Licky actually does really well in the wave clear department as well.
Now got our
Right
core
now,
item.
it's not about the wave clear, it's about the team fight.
don't
This
know.
is a 7-5 12 minutes later. ये ऑब्जेक्टिव लेने के बाद तो ये जब वो आएगा टॉर्नेट आएगा तो उसके बाद तो खत्म है गेम।
Many BRU members as possible.
He's looking.
These people gonna like इनको already object ले लिया ना ये वाला तो they gonna push it out again. Already 2 मिल चुके, 2 तो मिल चुका है उनको कोई नहीं.
On top of that, the dessert being the crystal.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Of Birmingham United right now, we have the Vanguard rocking through here, top side of the map.
अब मेरे से these people will go for mid lane
Last stand.
while
BRU, they will
pushing
be able
from
to
the top.
successfully defend this. But 90, I think he's looking
yeah.
for a perfect angle. Right now, BRU is not allowing that. If you want to take that
Zantek ult ready है. They can do something over here. They really want to win this.
Okay. Nice. Oh ho 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 ho.
Oh no, Jin is going crazy.
Okay, GG triple kill 5. This is a quadra kill. This is a penta. Penta. Okay, penta. What the fuck? Woohoo.
Penta नहीं मिला?
पेंटा नहीं मिला शायद से। Holy crap. Holy crap.
पेंटा नहीं मिला?
Might भी नहीं मिला।
What a play from Virtus Pro.
Oh.
नहीं खाया होगा भाई ये मोटा जो बेटा इधर नहीं खाया होगा।
हाँ मोटा नहीं खाया होगा।
भाई बस छोड़ दो यार कैंसिल हो जाएगी। दोनों कैंसिल कर देंगे भाई। बॉडी शेमिंग के लिए।
Oh भाई।
Pro is going to move into the upper bracket. That pentakill right over there.
चल भाई मैं लेटन देखने जा रहा हूँ भाई बस।
ये पेंटाकिल मिला है उसको पेंटाकिल मिला है।
अच्छा कमेंट्री बोला क्या मैं
या
म्यूट करके देख रहा था।
Closer. Second game, it was just one-sided.
I mean, the question. Coming in, he comes from all the way at the bottom, reached the stage with the team of TTG from KPL. Can he fit into the play style of Virtus Pro?
Guys, like करो guys, stream को
like and subscribe this channel guys and
भाई 89 लोग देख रहे हो एक लाइक करोगे तो भाई 50 तो लाइक कर दो गाइस।
ये लोग नहीं करेगा। और मेरा चैनल क्या है कि विदाउट सब्सक्राइब तो नहीं टेक्स्ट कर पाएगा।
हाँ तो सब्सक्राइब करो गाइस। What are you waiting for?
And follow the official HOK YouTube channel guys. Link in description below. And you can share your opinions. And you put your opinions in that link given in the comment pin. You can check that link. Submit your opinion. Who gonna win RNTS or not, guys? Go, go, go.
I saw him a couple times, but then the second game, he really wanted it and he grabbed it.
So let's take a look at the scoreboard. What points out to you at this point?
जा रहे क्या?
This one right now, right? See,
मैं
ladies
भी
and
जा
gentlemen,
रहा
you
हूँ
don't
तू
know
अभी
yet.
स्ट्रीम ऑफ कर रहा है क्या
Exactly. It's
नहीं
so
नहीं
cool
अभी
because
नहीं,
you
2 घंटा
see
होगा
that
उसके
you have
बाद,
both
अभी तो
Smash and the Nurture
वो
as
कर रहा
well,
हूँ
and you kind of just played
एक
this one with just a bit more veracity,
मैच
right? Like
खेलने।
almost like,
करियो मेरे को आई
okay,
थिंक
you
यूएई
made
में
the
कॉल करियो।
same mistake as they
हाँ
did in
हाँ
last game.
ठीक है
They
ठीक
would
है,
बात करते
always
बात
go in
चलो
with
ये
चलो।
मेरे को ना
so
एक
much
तो
gun
लेटर
fire.
देखना
They
है,
would leave
सेकंड मेरा दोस्त
open
बोला था कि
really
3 से कॉल
bulbous
करेगा,
width
अभी
for the
3:42
walls
हो गया,
as
मैं
well
कॉल
as
करूँगा।
Nicky.
Yeah,
ओह
but VP shows you exactly
हाँ
what
कोई
you
फिर
नहीं,
need
उसको
to
बाहर
do
जाना
to
था
beat
पता।
BRU.
हाँ चलेगा
This
चलेगा।
is one of the
चल
series
बाय
where
ब्रो,
lately he
बाय
had no
टेक
space. He
केयर।
was
ठीक, हाँ
constantly
you
under
too take
pressure,
care।
and this is why the big picks Nerza in game one, Jing in game number two. Look, they always were rising in value because they never allowed Licky to be comfortable farming. And if you wanted to farm, you had to.
Let's play one game, mates. Let's play one game. Kimi. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I just think it's something like we do every time with VP. We just want to play like that, and yeah, we have some coordination as a player, so it's good.
Yeah. So we're gonna play one game, guys. Sound नहीं आ रहा था। डायनामो क्या है? Otherwise, let's play one game because one and zero is okay. This ping is good actually. Sun quad है लग रही है আরে ওভার পড়ছে না আমি বলছি যে এইখান থেকে যেখান থেকে তুমি লিখে দিয়েছো যে আর যেখান থেকে তুমি এইটা হচ্ছে আজকের ফার্স্ট অ্যান্সার তো ওইখান থেকে তো তুমি আমি করবো তাই তো So follow HOK India, guys. I don't know why they don't pick this hero, bro. That was a very bad decision for them. Sure. Oh, Holy shit. Oh. Nice. Hmm. Correct. Hold on, guys. So on off live stream, guys. See you soon. The next match.